Y'all media supports everything that is being said by the Savage section. You know how they be like, yo, we don't double that message. You know what I'm saying? When they be like, we don't sponsor that message. We sponsor all those messages, bro. Anything the Savage section says is right with me, bro. Yes, podcast, your boy ERI95. I'm shaped like a license plate.
It's your boy Verbal Canton in this motherfucker, man. Listen, I try not to laugh when this nigga do that dumb shit, but yo, the last one, the Douce bottle was crazy. We got special guests in the building today, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know how I stand up for CT. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta tell y'all where I'm from, nigga, because I sound like one.
This man got the best ad-lib in the motherfucking game right now. Best ad-lib
Yo, that's all I wanted to hear. I'm ready to go home.
I knew we wasn't going to have to wait too long into the episode for this one, man. If you don't know who the fuck we talking about by now, man, there's something wrong with you, B. It's not do your research, there's something wrong with you. At the end of the day, man, we only got real hitters up here, man. Keys the motherfucking God.
Keys the God.
Got the whole gang with me, man.
My whole crew in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Speak
up, so make sure they hear you.
Capo. Grace White, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy Lex Bubble. Anything Lex Bubble. Salam.
M&M.
David Michael.
It's your boy Boomer, the biggest. Y'all slide him out, you know, he coming. Y'all go ahead.
Talk that shit, bro.
Yo, it's strong energy in the
And we definitely got the Husky Exotics in the motherfucker.
Yeah,
That's up, man.
I know y'all see that shit. Round of applause for the branding.
Nah, for real.
Shout out to the God, JB the Creator.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
JB the Creator in the motherfucking building.
Legal weed shit. I don't even want to buy weed from niggas like on the LLCs no more, bro. If you don't got an LLC, I don't even want your weed no more. That's just how it is, bro. I need my shit to the year. I'm done with block work, bro.
Niggas got rabbit food out
LLCs, bro. I just want LLCs and that's it.
Niggas got that hamster cage bed shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
Man, and before we even get started, man, salute to my cousin AG's in the building too, man. He outside with me like always, bro.
Yes, sir.
So we going, cause I can't find too many actually all the way through interviews with you. Where are you from originally?
So originally, I'm from Bridgeport.
Okay.
So, you know, that's what I represent. I was born in Massachusetts, but I lived most of my life in Bridgeport. You know what I mean? I done moved to Florida, Atlanta, you know what I mean? Bopping around. And it's actually dope, like, to actually move around and have people that I went to school with around that time. Like, yo, Keys, are you rapping? I see you doing your thing, man, with my bond. So, you know what I mean? So, that's how that pretty much is.
And you started acting school back then? Like...
Yeah, I basically, well, my father, they had a club over there on the railroad in Bridgeport that was called what the fuck is it called?
Pleasure Moments now.
Nah. The Club Marquise. So right there on the south end. And you know, I go by Quise DaGod. So, you know, my father named me Marquise. And, you know, he was a DJ and his name was DJ Mr. C. So basically after that I had his turntables. He passed away when I was 1. And, you know, I started fucking with the turntables when I was young. Then I started making beats with the pencils, beatboxing in middle school and stuff like that. Everybody huddled up. And then, you know, I started fucking with the words. You know what I mean? Had the headphones on. Started building a whole collection. I already had all DJ shit in the crib, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's like OD shit.
And all of my mom's cribs, I done had a studio. All of my mom's cribs.
At what age you started with?
I'm gonna say 14.
14? You was on the boards at 14? You was working the boards yourself?
Yeah, 14, fucking with footy loops.
Yeah.
And footy was always rapping, or did you have like a different?
Well, I ain't gonna lie to you, like it was rapping, and I was like starting to learn how to engineer a little bit. You know what I mean? And you know, yeah, like so I, you know, and I started bringing through like you know a couple rappers that's around the city that everybody you know pretty much know. And after that, I was like, I got went to jail. And once I went to jail, I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna try to engineer no more. I just need to rap. That's it.
How old was you when you went to jail?
Shit. That shit was like 2014. So I think I was like, I don't even know, like probably like 24, something like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Something like that.
So you was in there writing, battling?
Oh yeah, I was in there writing all the time. You know, they had like talent shows and shit like that.
Yeah, you know,
I was in there, I was always in the field. Now, I only had like a little 3 years to do. Them niggas kept throwing me in Big Cheshire, Corey game, all this other shit. And I'm like, why y'all throwing me around these murderers? Like, this nigga done chopped this chick body up, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, but it was
get breakfast with him.
we're literally like, it was very humbling though, just to know that I was around them people and just to show them that I had that talent that I had, you know what I'm saying? And you know, the crazy shit about it is though, when I came home from jail, and then I started opening up for Roddy Ricch.
Okay. Oh.
And I was in Hartford. And when I opened up for Roddy Ricch, I had niggas from Hartford hitting me up on my Facebook and Instagram like, yo, I see you still doing your shit, nigga. Keep doing your shit. And niggas always tell me to this day, like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people who are incarcerated, who got goals and plans, who don't really carry through or follow through what they gonna do when they come home from jail. You feel me? Because life is fast. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes it turns you in different angles. You know what I mean? But I already know what I was destined to do, regardless of what limit that is gonna hit. You know what I mean? Like, I already felt elite. You know what I mean? So it's Godspeed.
Alright. So you went out to Hartford, you got love.
Yeah, I got love out there.
Talking about they can't get love in CT. How you feel about that?
It feels good. It feels great, man. A lot of niggas that I was locked up in jail with, like they be showing up for me, and you know, it's dope that to even network and see the club promoter. Shout out to my boy Sean, the promoter, who put me on to that Roddy Ricch show. And then the second one I think I did out there was Jada Kingdom.
Okay.
And she's a Jamaican artist.
Yes.
And
she got all the bubblies going on in the background.
Yeah.
This is shit I was talking about. We were just talking about this chick. I ain't meet her.
She's phenomenal.
She fired though.
You know, shout out to Mr. Lambert. He actually opened up for her too that day too. And that's professional artist.
Okay.
And you know, that was a great show for me and Homie Mommy. You know, she's stemming off of Hartford. You know, she an artist from out there too, dope ass chick.
She was at the bars site for that day too. Right?
For the bars on 95. Yep, she spent the bars at the end.
So it was a reggae crowd or like a mixed crowd?
Honestly, it was really like a reggae crowd. When I came up there, it was like, it was the energy, and was like, all right, okay, this nigga is like, this nigga got a different style. I'm fucking with him.
Like,
the first time you did this shit,
literally.
Because I ain't gonna lie to you, when you did that shit, bro, on the show, bro. When you did that shit on the show, bro, I'm going to. And I'm a grown nigga, bro, so I'm always saying to somebody's face, bro, you scared this shit out of me. You scared this shit out of me, bro. Because I'm literally sitting there, bro. And you could really, while if you look back on like some bars on our episodes, you'll really see, hey, hit the look over on the camera and go, like some little dumb shit like that. When he does that, bro, that's because I'm either wild or I'm grabbing one of the other camera guys shaking. I'm gonna stay quiet while I'm shooting, but bro, if the bar's crazy, somebody getting hit. You know what I mean? So that's wild. So when you came in, bro, I'm here like fighting the crowd because everybody trying to be on time. I'm trying to record straight and all that. You came through, hit the ad-lib, bro. Me and AB just looked at each other, and he's there with C's like this. Just
literally
trying to keep a straight face, but it takes 2 balls into your shit for us to go like, oh, but he's not playing.
Yeah, literally.
You can rap. Like there's some people that's you funny, you loud, you got a sound, but you can't rap.
Right.
You could rap.
Literally.
So did you always have the? Because I say I give you a sound like you had bars, but you have like a turned up kind of flow.
Yeah, I do.
Do you give yourself? You had bars first, and then you found your flow, or did you always have the flow and you rolled around?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I had bars first, and then I found the flow. Because I kept trying to break in the sound, like to the point where, because a lot of people will try to replicate themselves to another artist. You feel me? And you know, like everybody right now is doing drill music and all this other stuff like that. So I mean, my goal is not to imitate nobody else, but you know what I'm saying. It's probably a lot of people in the world who do rap. You know what I mean? Where you got say that, all right, he remind me of Quise DaGod or something like that, you know what I mean? But I just go like, and the way I'm just doing that, the way I'm critiquing my voice, like this ain't no auto-tune or nothing, you know what I mean? This is just it, like, and I think that was dope to present on bars on 9-5, like, damn, like, hold on, that nigga sound like that on a microphone regularly, you know what I mean? Shout out to DJ Michi. Shout out to DJ Reg.
Michi, what up, boy?
You know what I mean? Shout out to the whole Hot 937 crew. You know what I mean? And my bro God, Fuego Bass, man. Big BSF, man. I love that nigga.
What up, baby?
Love that nigga.
Yeah, it's a podcast alumni now.
Yes.
He said he part of the Savage section.
He definitely home team.
Literally.
Definitely home team.
Literally.
Now you started. Now you said that you started. My bad. Man.
Go ahead.
Now you said you started in high school with it.
More like middle school.
More like middle school. You got there your first studio. So did you start taking it more serious in high school?
Yeah, I did actually, cause shit around that time, I went from Bassick High School to Shelton High School.
I'm on the actual with Bridgeport.
Literally, like I already I went straight to the hood, straight to the white sticks, all that. You know what I'm saying? And it was kind of different because it's like it kind of brought like a different kind of like fan and bass to me and how I wanted to critique and write my music. Because now I said, damn, I need to write music for them too. You know what I'm saying? Start cleaning my shit up on my bond. You know, and the teachers will always ask me, Keith, let me hear something. And I would try to give them a nice clean 16. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So something that won't make anybody feel uncomfortable. You know what I mean? I'm in the halls rapping and stuff like that. So the crazy thing is, shout out to DJ Flow Kid. He rented a hall for me, and we actually threw a show there. And I'm talking about like the show had like at least 150 people there, straight from the school. And this was before I called myself Quise DaGod. I was Quise the Beast. You know what I mean? I was Quise the Beast. You know what I mean?
So you still had the ad-lib and
Nah, I didn't even have the ad-lib around that time. Literally.
You know I want to hear the story about the
I want to know where
I
that came from too. Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah, but that's dope. You was that age already performing for 100 motherfuckers.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
That was a great show for me being that age.
What did that do? Did that set you off like?
I want to say it's like a lot of people was asking me for mixtapes after that in school and stuff like that.
Okay.
But I mean, I was still young at that age. Like I really had no designated spot what studio I was going to. Like you know what I mean? I was basically just like, all right, I got my own studio. I'm gonna try to make it work from this hut. But I didn't really know how to network like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I was just stuck at the crib or stuck in the area I was working. So when I did the bed, and I came home and I did the Roddy Rich, and the Johnny Kingdom, the Fat Joe, and the Reverend Ma. It's a couple names that's missing and shit like that. We open up for mad artists. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. And shout out to DJ Big Mike too.
Yeah,
you
Big
know
Mike, what up, Big Mike?
Shout out to DJ Big Mike. It's dope because you know me and Big Mike when we was in the studio with Styles P and Jadakiss, they had some events they was hosting at Just Right Studios around that time. You know what I mean? They actually brought Bottle through as well. And it was in Davies. With the night of Davies, that's when I was opening up for Mooski. She a track star.
Okay.
But I'm sitting here.
Yo, names is dropping out.
Literally, I swear, y'all, I promise you, me and Lex you open up to as well too. Yeah, and Lex cooked that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Lex Bubble Up. And you know the crazy shit is like me and Lex Bubble. I'm like, yo, listen, I got Davies at the studio. No, this was at what's that shit? The White Eagle?
White Eagle. Shout out to Bridgeport. White Eagle. You know what's going on there, man. I've been out there since I was 14, man. No ID. You know, hanging with the Jamaicans.
Literally. So I'm like, I'm telling DJ Chuck, I was like, yo, listen, Davies at the studio because Chuck was trying to get Mooski to go to the studio with Davies. And, you know, basically we was going back and forth with Big Mike.
All this is happening in Connecticut.
All this happening in Connecticut the same night, and these niggas is like 15 blocks away from each other. You know what I mean? And here go, there's some artists just like us, local, just trying to make it pan out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, we out here too. You know, shout out to the guards, Davies and Mooski. You know what I mean? And even he brought out what's the artist that he rock with? Capella Gray. That was great. Yeah.
Singer, right?
Yeah. He dope as hell, man. So you know, it was some very dope moments, man.
Yeah. So you came right home to all this.
Yeah, I came home to it. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna sit here and lie. Like, a lot of shit that I was doing, I was recording my music with Shane Wash. Yeah. But I really ain't had a designated cameraman, and like JB the Creator, like he was just one of them niggas like, yo, Keys, like listen, don't even trip about shit. Let's shoot it, make it happen. You feel me? Like, and we done shot a couple of videos together, and I shot videos with Jay Young, and you know I was just basically piggybacking off of them niggas, like you know what I'm saying, rocking with them. So it was actually dope to just drop some content between time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Literally.
You want to let the people know where to find those videos? Because I definitely want to.
Well, you can find the videos on YouTube. Just type in QUISE space DA GOD.
How you spell that?
Because that's the one I want to tell somebody. I want to go in the group chat later on and be like, yo, my bad, I ain't respond. I was on the podcast today. I was interviewing QUIS. DaGod.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't got no specific way to spell it. Like I've been playing with it when I be posting, and I play with it how I spell it. But I don't really got it designated.
You gotta get it right, Keith.
I do.
Nah, for real. That's it.
I was actually.
Bro, you throw that shit on some hats, bro. Everybody just got that shit, bro. You know that shit.
Everybody got it right.
And that's the guy that'll make the logo for you right there. That's the dog right there. Salute to y'all.
Shout out to my motherfucking producer, George Young.
Shout out to George Young. We in the building. Big CT shit.
Shout out to King Rocky. We up in King Rocky.
Nah,
I see the different look what we got today.
And shout out to CT Baddies too, man.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to CT Baddies.
So I heard y'all talking about in the parking lot. I was just walking through. I said, CT
Yo,
Baddies.
listen, man. So a lot of the listeners are from. Nah, so we can talk about it. Just give us the summary on it real quick. I mean, like, a lot of our listeners aren't from Connecticut.
Okay.
Like, so if you could, like, just put them on what exactly is that movement? What's going on?
So basically, CT Baddies, you know, they some dope ass chicks with all different kind of personalities that's brilliant together. You know what I mean? Like, you know, they got their own vibe and bop. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck what everybody else doing. They just worried about them. You know what I mean? And what they are doing and creating is basically their own lane and just being themselves. You know what I mean? Regardless if the wigs is fucked up or the nails ain't right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ratchet bitches is everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And before they put the makeup on and the lace fronts and all that other shit, you know, that shit wear off and they look like ratchet bitches again. So it's just like, come on, like, CT Baddies.
I like it already.
Literally, I love it already. Literally,
I love that shit already. Now you definitely seem to be a performer.
Yeah.
Where's the, and you don't seem to, like, from what I see from you, bro, like, correct me if I'm wrong, you don't seem to get nervous too often.
Nah, I think I learned that shit when I was like in jail, like, you know what I'm saying? Like when I was in NYI, like, and around that time, like, cause you know, niggas always want to see you rapping and shit, like, and you gotta just, you know, go. You know what I mean? Even like the questions that niggas ask you on interviews. When I did my interview with Marty Heiser on Public TV, shout out to him. He was asking questions like that, like were hitting me at rapid speed, and I was trying to like bob and weave them.
Yeah.
But then the second time I went up there, I learned how to deal with them and learn how to even curve them if I even want to answer them. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like being professional about it. You know what I mean? You just like, and I'm not really a shy person. I'm an outgoing person. I like to meet people. I like to greet people. I like to network with people. Motherfucker don't want to deal with nobody that's like closed in and, you know what I mean, just don't want to operate with nobody else. And, you know, it's money to be made out here and shit like that. And, you know, what we operating over here is a music business. So, you know, like, at the end of the day, like, nigga, the rappers is together. I love chilling with all the rappers. You know what I mean? I have nothing bad to say about no bad rapper or nothing. I done been to niggas' video shoots, photo shoots, all types of shit just for the fuck of it, like, and it wasn't off the benefit of me and nothing like that. I just want to network, show love, let niggas know I'm there, like, you know what I mean? The top 5, top 10, all that shit don't really, like, it's not nothing about that. I don't care about that stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I'm humble as they come. You know what I'm saying?
That shit's not productive anyway.
Literally. Literally.
That's a Facebook, the niggas online want to argue. Them niggas don't get outside though.
Yes.
Yeah, that shit boring.
I hate people tag me in that shit.
Listen, we don't really do the interview shit. We do the like trying to get to know you on the ground level, but I'm gonna ask you an interview question.
Okay.
So what's the goal, Quise DaGod? What's the future of the brand, Quise DaGod? That's probably the only interview question I'm gonna ask you, like random, like run of the mill shit.
That was the only one I wrote down today that I remember. Sitting down, I'm outside. You heard?
I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I really want to go global.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think that my style and the way I do things and the way I critique my voice is something that's meant for worldwide. You know what I mean? I just ain't had nobody who really like I bumped into. Cause when I be around these stars and stuff like that, I'm not like, yo, listen to my music, bro. Yo, my nigga, what's your email? Let me send that off to you. Niggas don't be doing that shit, you feel me? When I went up to the city and I was with Dave East and bumped into Roxanne Shante, it was like, I'm on a block with these niggas and I'm like, wow, like, it's a blessing. Shout out to Nino, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Shout out to a whole crew over there. I love all them niggas.
Rest in peace to us.
Shout out to Nimlo. You know what I mean? I can't forget about none of the bro guys over there. You know, and you know, when Sholey even hit me up around that time, and he was like, "Yo, that's a good, you know, cool to be around. Make sure you stay tap in with them." You know what I mean?
Shout out to the Holy One too. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
That's the AKA King. We came up here, AKA us down. Bro.
Bro, right. Boy, Shorty had like 48.
That shit was classic, you know what I'm saying?
Like 48 Ks, no funny
but it's
shit.
good to have BPT show y'all, because yo, we fuck with a bunch of Connecticut artists, and we like I like the niggas that mix it in. Like Shorty the same way. He said like I fuck with everybody from every side.
Right.
And I think that's the only future that we got. You know what I'm saying? For so long niggas been on some island shit like I only fuck with Hartford niggas, I only fuck with Bridgeport niggas.
Yeah, well you gotta think about it though, because the DJs was all coming out of Hartford, you feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they gonna fuck with who they surrounded by.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Shout out to G Money, you know what I mean? Like that nigga literally put shows together for CT artists to bring them through the Bronx and all the boroughs and all that shit like that.
Big out of the Bronx.
Jersey, you know what I'm saying? And me and Craze White and Lex Bubble Up done did fucking mad shows together.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's G, so we fuck with G Money.
That's bro, yeah. I worked out 97 for a little while, for like 4 years.
Dope.
But G Money was like, when I came in, he was the big dog. He was just getting his show started. He like mentored me, so I definitely got a lot of love for G Money. He definitely showed a lot of love to CT artists.
Definitely do.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, from the inside, when nobody was trying to do it.
Literally.
Nobody was trying to do it.
He really proved to us that he wasn't like them.
Nah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like we all had a misconception like that. He was like them.
Yeah.
He proved to us that he wasn't. You feel what I'm saying?
What was the moment that
he showed us that I can get y'all whatever y'all need.
Literally.
He just like, yo,
Hold up with the sprinter, everything. Sprinter and all that. Let's go do the show.
G Money would jump in. G Money would go to any hood, any hole in any city, and go show artists some love. So
literally.
Big y'all to G Money, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But yo, I agree with you. Your sound is radio. That shit belong on radio with everybody else.
Because he even got the voice to jump on Salute to Outlaw and this. They're going to definitely say I always mention her. But he got the voice to jump on like a Dua Lipa song.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you because you can hear like, but when you can hear the voice, you too. Like you can hear the voice hit and you be like, motherfucker jump in, like it'll transition real well.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and that shit is that's a real dope thing to have, especially like at this point in your career where you come from a state where personally I've noticed a lot of people just sound like whoever's popping at the moment.
Yes.
I mean, I've been at the studio, I've been out here for like 5 years now.
Yeah.
These 5 years, but I've been at the studio for the past 5 years with Bars on Honor. I found the greatest show.
And I've been telling them.
And with them, it's like, we notice artists come in, bro, and it's like I've seen the same artists. That one artist come in in 2018, and my son sounded like A Boogie. Now he sound like K.
Like it's,
you know what I mean? Like he got those two opposites. Bro. So it's just like when I heard this shit, I'm like, yo, son really just sound like himself, and then I'm going back, and you sound like yourself. So I'm like, and that's fire. Like, did you experiment with your sound a lot?
Yeah, I did, man. I actually was. I was in my mom's crib, just like experiment with the sounds, like trying to break in the sound, like where I know it's like I can find some comfortability and just know that I ain't gonna imitate nobody else, like, you know what I mean? And that's how I came. You know what I mean?
Seriously, how?
Like literally, I was in the studio all fucking day, and I told my nigga Nino Bronx, I'm like, yo, Nino, I'm gonna come up with a fucking ad lib, and it's gonna be my own ad lib, bro. You feel me? Cause and by the time he came to the crib the next day, and I showed him about 2, he said, y'all like that, da-da-da. So when I dropped On the Run, cause I robbed a nigga. When I dropped On the Run the mixtape, I had that ad-lib on that mixtape. You know what I mean? And that was my first official mixtape right there on SoundCloud. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So then when I came home, you know what I mean, I was just dropping singles. And then I dropped Casa de la Trap. And then I dropped the mixtape called The Lost Tape. And The Lost Tape was just, you know, miscellaneous songs that I just did, and I just puzzled them together.
Right.
And Casa de la Trap was more like on some, I do not know these people, I was a celebrito. Mommy, you know what I mean, just putting that critique in that Spanish, that flow in it, you know what I'm saying? And I actually shot that video with JB the Creator too. We about to drop that shit any day now, you know what I mean? And it's a blessing just to put those 2 projects out and let them see, okay, Keith's got that voice right there. He did that since he came home from jail. And I wanted to just build it up as far as doing shows and networking, So by the time I do drop my next project, everything I'm doing is organic. Like I ain't paid for no networking or no boosters or nothing like that. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with doing that because my brother Christian Kennedy's going crazy right now with a song. High 937, 100.5, going crazy. Eminem, the video going up. Niggas all across the motherfucking globe is sending this nigga videos. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So it's like that raises the hairs on my arms. You know what I'm saying? And he's with us right now in the room. You know what I'm saying? So this is this is the niggas that's doing it from CT. And you know, anytime that I go to a showcase or I go to open mic or anything like that, I'm looking at who's the artist in there. You know what I mean? And I kid you not, it be nights. David Michaels got his own show in New Haven. Christian Kennedy got one in Waterbury. Crazy White got one in New London. This nigga got one in fucking the Bronx. And I'm telling niggas, well, I'm in the port right now, nigga. So what we all doing, nigga? This nigga Lex like, yo, what we gonna do is we gonna try to catch this one. But I'm like, yo, but we ain't gonna make it all. Literally.
Yo, we can't forget Boomer in New Haven.
Nah, we're the mother. Yo, Boomer in the motherfucking cut right now.
Y'all came through with the AKAs crazy too, right?
Shit get crazy.
Yes, sir. So y'all got shit all over the chessboard. Y'all got Bishop, King, Rook, all that shit.
Yeah, we got all that, man. And it's dope because when we go do our shows, you're gonna get a lot of dope content, dope artists. And we just coming from the tip, like Stanford, Bridgeport, because you know when you start getting up there towards like Hartford and all that shit, you start dealing with Fuego Bass, Hartford Pole,
shout out to Hartford Pole,
SK the General, Sax
I'm about to be your DM, Pole,
Hami Mommy, Frankie with the list, like it's a whole bunch of artists out there that's like very dope, and you know, just for us to come together with G Money, and which he definitely did put that together for the artists to rub shoulders, and now we ping ponging right now.
And when the Jaws start working together, like when did everybody start kind of like coming together?
I'm gonna be honest with you. It wasn't even like we started working together. We didn't. A couple of us don't even have songs together. You know what I mean?
When the compilation comes
the universe put us together. Not on this truth. Like we all knew each other through each other. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been through Dave. Like you feel me? I met Christian, like just being in the cut, but I know his little brother because his little brother is my little cousin's best friend. You feel what I'm saying? Like so, the universe puts us together. This is my cousin. I knew this nigga exactly. I knew this nigga before I probably even walked Earth. You feel what I'm saying? Like JB, I met JB through QB, my little brother. You feel what I'm saying?
JB the coolest nigga in here. JB is the coolest. He's back here.
I met him in crack.
Big club.
They was like, oh, Keys. They like, I need some shit for Keys. They like, Keys. I'm like, Keys. Like,
Keys, you don't even know.
Keys and it was over. Like,
Crazy the reason I shoot videos.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
For my mother. He was the reason we started shooting videos. He said, I'll get y'all a camera.
Literally.
We started off the iPhone. That nigga said, yo, I'm gonna get y'all a camera.
Let's go.
You know who camera was?
I love to hear.
K-Dose.
Oh wow.
Man,
bro was.
So it's like I'm putting everybody in the
He put niggas on.
Like and Keys fuck with Lex through me. But that's dope. I love their bond. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't hang in their bond. That shit is dope as fuck, nigga. Like them niggas like the same ass nigga. Like so they be hanging out and I be seeing these niggas. I'm like, man, that's trouble.
We both Scorpios. We outside.
Like so, like I said, just to elaborate, like the universe put us together, man. You feel me? Like it wasn't like we didn't pick each other. The universe put us all together because that's what was supposed to happen.
And we built lines first. Everybody, I got so everybody had stuff to do. That's gonna
Any plans for a project together? Any plans?
Yo, honestly, like
he love group projects.
Shout out to
I love the synergy, you know.
Shout out to
real rap. That's how we present them to the labels. You know, we run up on these labels as a group.
If somebody go get somebody get noticed,
you can't tell 30 niggas no.
Yeah. You can't tell 30 niggas no.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying?
After that.
I kid you not. Shout out to Diddy Broker and Prince Kid. You know, they got a dope ass event going on downtown at the studio, created Mondays.
Shout out to Mojo.
Monday and Mojo. Shout out to Mojo the God, Peace God. They got a dope ass event going on downtown, which is Vibe Out Wednesdays, 8 Wednesdays. Any artists who want to get in tune with rum and just go right to Rum and Tequila. Yup.
Bridgeport, downtown.
It's something lit. The baddies be out. Great ass food.
CT Baddies?
Not the CT baddies. They didn't pop over there yet. But we gonna see if we can bring them out over there too. You know what I'm saying? Literally.
Big y'all, CT.
And then they got creative session Mondays and Tuesdays if I'm not mistaken, right? So you know what I mean? And it's $20 to get into the session, right? And basically what they do is like the engineer makes a beat, right? Or picks one of his beats out of his selection, and all the artists spit a couple bars on the shit, you feel me? So it's basically like a cipher at this point in time, you know what I'm saying?
So you definitely gotta come with your shit right.
Yeah, you gotta come with your shit right. And you know it's dope because everybody got their own alter egos in the room and shit like that. So you know everybody gonna stomp, you know what I mean? So it's dope. And we done did a couple of them shits together and you know it's actually dope just to be on a track with other artists and be like, damn, you know what? Yeah, I got 8 bars out of Christian Kennedy or you know what I mean?
Everybody bring their own flavor to the thing. You know what I
I feel
mean?
like that continuity is coming back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody coming together, like, with that kind of flow. Because, like, when I first moved out here, I'm not going to lie to you, and I still see instances of it right now, but, like, the hate was a lot bigger than the love, bro.
It was like that out here for a second. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Last year, it's been changing. That's what I'm saying.
That's why I love y'all generation of artists, because y'all is on some different shit.
Shout out to the haters, man.
Yeah, big shout out to the haters. Y'all makers, man. Big shout out to y'all. Yeah. Y'all makers, man. We love y'all, man. What you mean? The haters make us.
You know, I think
exactly. They keep us relevant.
Thank you.
I think everybody was like, cause you know we CT niggas, we up north niggas, you know what I'm saying? And everybody got like the alter egos, and I know everybody wants to put their chest out and be like, yeah, I'm the hardest nigga out. I got the firest bars, whatever case may be. You know what I mean? But every artist should feel like that. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
But it's a way that you move about that shit because we all like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure like anybody else who's outside of this room who's a rapper in Connecticut is like that too. You know what I'm saying? But humbly just being around the other rappers and stating like, yeah, we them niggas. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Oh, and yo, Keys, I got a R&B show for a Richard Pryor coming out. Oh shit, David Michaels, I gotta call him for that. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be up there. You know what I mean? So it's like pockets that you gotta find. You know what I'm saying? Like shout out to DJ B-Let. You know he got a show going on in Bridgeport. I forgot the artist that was coming in, but I got some old school artists coming in. And you know I honestly offered like I'm like yo, see if you go put David Michaels up in there to sing because you know what I mean. I'm on some hyped up stuff right now. But I will get on stage with him or, you know, be around, you know, network and shit, you know what I mean? So it's all about just showing love, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, my nigga, Papa Boys from Hartford, you know, they remind me of like Smack DVD type shit, Hood DVDs, they catch all the content in the cut and shit. And, you know, they got a cipher that they doing. And I'm like, yo, you know, y'all throw my boy Crazy White on there. You know what I mean? Like,
and it's smoke y'all, by the way.
Like, literally, like, you know what I mean? So it's like to recommend other people for whatever pocket that they may fit in, just like it really shows your character, you know what I mean? And I always notice that I'm always on neutral ground with everybody. And like even in my city, like my brother Lex bubble up, he like, yo, Keith, we could go anywhere we want. You see me out here, Keith, I'm out here like this, I'm out here like that, nigga. Nigga, I had to put in work for this, nigga. Niggas had to respect that, you know what I mean? So just to move like that and be on neutral ground as a rapper is a blessing, you know what I'm saying? Because it's more love than the hate, you know what I mean? Like everybody gonna say what they gotta say on social media and have their own personal opinion because they not outside with you and they not rocking with you or they ain't see you at your show, no nothing. You know what I mean? So people just going based upon judgment. I hate when Keith do that. Who the fuck he going to? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So
That's kind of stupid. I don't want to hear
that shit when literally. That shit lit. When I hear that shit, that's
so bro, because it's like more like Haitian. When I think about those types of motherfuckers, I think they just the ones that couldn't do it, or they was just too pussy to do it. You know what I mean?
It's the culture right now to go and say your mind, speak your mind. Absolutely.
I mean, to be honest with you, though, not everything in this industry is about money. It's about building relationships. You know what I'm saying? As long as you form them bonds and they solid, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you close that back door too.
For the mother.
You know what I mean? But across the board, man, it's about building bonds, man, and solid relationships across the board.
With the people that's fit for you, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the real problem we have out here in the state. People just want to be friends with everybody and you can't be.
Can't be.
People don't like you. We can't be in the room and be like, yo, yo, we got this track right, yo, I'm about to go harder than all y'all.
Yeah.
Some person might like be like, what, you about to go harder than all that? Now he hate me. Like, no, nigga, go hard. Nigga, this is competition. I'm saying this because I love y'all niggas, so I want y'all to go crazy too.
You gotta think about some of the greatest.
It's enough fans out here.
Bro,
It is.
Everybody like what they
Bro,
like.
and if you a fan of somebody, don't mean you're not listening to the next nigga, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
I'm a fan of plenty of people, bro. I listen to Kid Cudi, bro. He's one of my favorite artists, bro. I listen to Kid
I
Cudi.
don't listen to Kid Cudi.
But I Kid Cudi.
Yes. You need a track with Kid Cudi.
Definitely.
I listen to Kid Cudi heavy, bro, but doesn't mean I'm not listening to Nino Man every day. Don't mean I'm
shout
not
out to
listening
God, Nino.
You know what I mean? Like I listen to it all, bro. Like I really go back. I listen to legit, bro. You can ask AB. He thinks I'm loud, bro. I listen to bars on I-95 freestyles more than
Definitely got to tap in the record.
You gotta listen to anything.
Definitely got to tap in.
I like the R&B. I'll be listening to LMA, but then the next station is Conway the Machine.
I listen to listen, man.
You know what I mean?
Anything out here when it comes to the R&B, like R&B circuit, bro.
Yeah.
I fuck with Kiss Monroe on the R&B circuit, bro. She the best R&B singer out there, bro.
Shout out to
Kiss Monroe the best, bro. She didn't choose me.
Before,
Music is music, man.
the crazy shit about it with Faithful Bass is though, like,
Yeah.
I popped up to Faithful Bass video shoot, right? You know what I'm saying? I was in one of his songs, and you know, before he got into that whole BSF, and the crazy shit about it before that is, yeah, that was the video I was in. Yeah, that's the video I was in.
More kid in the trap.
We need more kid in the trap. Ohio was going off of this gas. That nigga was going crazy on it.
Yeah.
But the crazy shit about it is, like a year before that, I was with my boy Kevin Jefferson, and we interviewed Griselda in Hartford. You know what I mean? So, you know, it was Benny the Butcher, Westside, and Conway. All three gods. You feel me? And it was a dope ass interview. And just to see, like, you know, that I interviewed them, Dan met Fuego, visited the video shoot. And you know, that's my brother. Like, we go back and forth. We was in the studio like 40 deep. Right after the bars on I-95. I ain't know if y'all slid over there.
Greatest show in the fucking world.
Biggest sex canvas. You know what I mean?
Politics that we bring your pen
Again, that's your name.
Home team.
So yeah, like, you know, it was dope, like, to see, like, you know, how everybody was there for the fact of CT. You know what I mean? The artist.
I love that shit.
You know what I mean?
I love
You know, shout out to Natasha Clark. You know what I mean? Like, you know, the way she's painting and doing her write-ups and you know, the way she's constructing her business and trying to bring the artists in is wonderful. You know what I mean? That's definitely somebody you want to tap in.
Check her out. Check her out.
Lyrics in the V. Pull up on you. Shout out to Ash. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I love what they do.
Big y'all. Big y'all.
You know what I mean? And you know, my boy, Multifamily James, you know, he sells houses. And you know, my boy, you know, he actually was like, okay, he's gonna do a couple of shows while I sell these houses. So the niggas doing seminars.
Everywhere.
The niggas doing seminars, right?
Everywhere.
And me and Lex and the gang going up there, we performing real quick, and then we out. You know what I'm saying? So it's dope because, you know, now we meeting white people and other people that's dealing with money and cash and shit like that. So you know what I mean? They following us and they become fans or you know how the case may be. So I mean, I love this shit, man. I really love this CT shit to the fucking fullest, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, literally, literally.
Yo, but we're going somewhere else with it. You see where he went to the real estate.
We're about to go to intermission.
Niggas is
before we go to
performers
intermission.
for real estate. I fucking love it. Seaside doing a festival?
You on your show?
Oh shit, yeah, and we got a big ass show coming up on August 28th. You know what I mean? Hot 937 gonna be in the building.
Okay.
Fuego Bass, Don ZOP, Kelly Rosella. Yeah.
Kaylee, she's coming up in
Kaylee Rosella. Yeah, I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. Yo.
That's my baby.
All right, my bad.
You taking it personal. You got stars in his eyes,
you know, it's gonna be mad dope artists in the building, and you know, me and Lex Bubble are gonna be performing over there too as well. You know, we're gonna pop out with the CT baddies. They gonna be there. You know, they definitely gonna be there twerking, shaking that ass. You know, shout out to 509 too. You know what I mean? He's the one that's orchestrating, directing the whole thing. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna just let y'all know off grip, like for CT baddies, for any ladies that's been DMing me or messaging me, I cannot get you up there.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? Yo, bro.
BlackmanNoCheat.com.
So, you know.
You gotta check to the CT back. It's too soon on the boxing joint. Shout out to my man Blink. VH1. They coming out there to Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Okay. You said a boxing joint?
Yeah, it's some little female boxing.
They got the Barbie boxing shit?
Yeah. Shout out to Blink. VH1 out here. So to the CT back. It's out to Mocha.
Yeah.
Beautiful. They gonna be up on here.
Oh, y'all definitely want to get.
Because they got a vision.
Please keep me plugged in.
Everybody got a vision. Literally.
Please keep me plugged in.
Now we about to go. We about to go on intermission. I got one question, right?
Okay.
We got intermission to think about it.
I know what he gonna ask you. Go ahead.
All right, bet. So we got think about it and answer after intermission when we get back. So there is no, you know how they put salary caps on shit?
Mm-hmm.
There ain't no salary cap. There ain't no rules to who you get, how you get them. No.
Right.
Your first studio album is about to drop. You got 5 features that you can go get from any kind of lane.
Yeah.
Where you going with it?
Instantly after the intermission, you know what I'm saying? That was the podcast. We out here with Quise the motherfucking God, PPT and the motherfucking. You know what I'm saying? Home team. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bars I-95. We're about to take a little intermission. You know what I'm saying?
We don't need that?
Needed it.
Demon.
Get up.
It's the same water.
Dude, that's right. YaooItzaPodcast. It's your boy Verbal Ken up in this motherfucker. We got the bottom man, E on 995. And we got
home team, man.
out.
Skills over politics. Bars on I-95
Bring
is
your
always
pen
the
game
sponsor,
back.
whether AB want to do it or not, man. You always the sponsor, unfortunately, man.
Hey, what up?
Every time, bro. Bro. You see, we did homework today. You see, we did homework.
Oh, we did.
You know what I'm saying? We did shit like real podcasts be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was podcasters today, bro. We was
Like professional.
How young be saying it? We was podding today.
We was podding.
So we was podding today. So
You know
one
what?
question I asked before
The
that.
Podfather.
The Podfather
This is the
himself.
Podfather, George Young.
It's the first host of the fucking brand, you heard? So we asked the question right before we went out. And honestly, this is one of my favorite questions to ask people just because I really want to see where your range is.
Right.
Quise DaGod.
You feel me?
Right.
So I asked you, for the people that didn't watch Part 1, I asked you if you had your first studio album coming out, 5 features, no matter what the money looking like, no
Crazy
matter
Buster.
what the restrictions are,
Right.
none of those exist for you. You can get anybody in the world to do your 5 track.
Right.
Who's going to be these 5 features?
Well, I'm definitely gonna rock with the kid, Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
K-Dot.
I'll definitely rock with him.
I've been going through something.
It's crazy too because during the time that you asked me that question before the pause, I really couldn't paint it out. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of great artists out there. You know what I mean? I definitely want to get into one Kanye West. You know what I mean? I think we would do some real godly work together. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know, I think that me and Travis Scott would definitely create some great content together. You know, due to the way our sounds are.
That should be
That
turn
would
up.
be dope.
That should be turn up.
That
Absolutely.
would be
Right.
dope. Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just so nervous to pick the last artist because it's like the top 5 right now.
Still got two.
I
You got two.
more.
We got two more. Two
Yeah.
more left. Two more
You
left.
only gave us Kanye, Travis.
Tell him. Literally, so I think it'd be dope to do something with NBA YoungBoy.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know, that's his energy. He
Yeah,
more out
yeah.
with it and shit. And the last artist that I will pick
That's the hardest one.
is the hardest artist, literally.
Mm-hmm.
And after I see this, I'm gonna be like, damn, I should never get this.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Put you in a hot seat.
Honestly, I don't have no specific top 5, nothing like that. You know what I mean?
Nah, this ain't your top 5. This ain't your top 5. Nah, this is
This
just
is who
you
will
want
work
on your
with.
album. That's
Okay.
all it is.
Okay.
They don't gotta be your favorite. They don't gotta be your top 5. You
Who
feel
you
me?
and them will make
You
a
trying to sell
smash.
records right
You
now.
trying
You
to
trying to sell
smash.
records. That's what you're
Yeah.
trying to do. You feel me? Trying to feed
Absolutely.
your family. Trying to sell records.
Okay.
Who's that 5th person that's gonna give you that pop track that is gonna pop up on a movie? Is gonna pop up on an Old Navy commercial? Some shit like that. That if you don't make a song for a year and a half, you won't still be beat.
20-year shelf life.
You know what I'm saying? This is your album. This ain't a tape. This ain't the. You feel me?
Right.
This is your first studio album.
Right.
Whoever decided to sign you, because whoever don't sign you is fucking stupid. That's first off.
Yeah.
But whoever decides to actually sign you and gives you that first studio album, they're literally sitting there saying you don't have a buddy inside.
And that will be the sixth God himself. Straight. You know what I'm
I
saying?
kind of felt that. I felt like that was coming. I felt like that was coming.
I gotta take it to that level, you know what I mean? And I love it because, you know, my whole attribute is based upon the gods on the earth. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I throw up the 7, which is the godly. You know what I mean? So, you know, with Drake is the 6th God, you feel me? And his own acronym of how he do his shit is dope too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, but I would love to do some work with Drake, man. We definitely create a fucking hit together.
So yeah, I meant to ask you about this because a lot of people they abuse the name, but you got Quise DaGod on your shit, right? So what is that God level? Did you go there or?
Well, like I said, like when I first started, like, you know, when I came on, my first rap name was Tragedy, right?
Yeah.
Then I heard that there was a rapper named Tragedy Gaddafi.
Queens.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I switched my name up to Quise the Beast.
Okay.
When I was on Quise the Beast, I went to jail. And then I bumped into some Hartford niggas who was like, yo, why you call yourself Quise DaGod for? And I was like, you know, we some Southwest niggas from Bridgeport, you all call each other gods. You know what I mean? And I was with GAWD. And the crazy shit about that is
gods.
Gods. Yeah. He got hats like that.
God off the designer.
God off.
After that, like, I ended up, you know, just getting in, like, reading the whole 5% Nation of Islam.
Absolutely.
And then, you know, seeing how they was underneath the Nation of Islam and how the gods on earth was just their own attribute, like, you know what I mean? It was just them, like, it wasn't the Islam or Christianity or nothing like that, you know what I mean? I took that time in jail to, like, read the Satanic Bible, the Shaka Bible, the Holy Bible, and, you know, I'm not saying that I do know everything specifically about all those Bibles, because there's a lot of information that's going over your head. There's a lot of stories that's being told in there that you got to read between the lines. You know what I'm saying? So there's, you know, truth and far-fetched in there, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, but it's also good just to study that and, you know, add that into my attribute of life is divine Allah. So that's why I call myself Quise DaGod, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Definitely had a little training myself. That's why I had a, you know what I mean? When I see that, I'm always going to key in. Like, so I know you got, like, when it comes to the youth out here, what's your outlook on, like, what you trying to do for the youth out here?
Yo, be honest with you, like, DJ B-Let, like, he got this class that he been hosting every Saturday. It's called Hip Hop 1001.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm talking about they go to the festivals, they doing a Puerto Rican Day parade, they doing everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like personally, if I had a school growing up and they got a studio inside the school, oh man, I swear that's like. And that's what they got going on for them kids. Literally.
I'm there.
Literally. Yo, he got beat machines in there for them kids. He got microphones, 2 booths. DJ, y'all literally.
How old is these kids?
Shoot, these kids are ranging anywhere from like 5 to like 13, 14. You know what I mean? And it's dope because me and Hami might be going over there and, you know, we show a lot of them kids and, you know, we see what they was doing and they like to dance, some making beats, some starting to rap, you know what I mean? And, you know, it's, literally. So, you know, I actually just went over there and dropped off a donation, you know, just like full of like notebooks, book bags, raincoats, and a whole bunch of, you know, stuff for the kids. And, you know, DJ JB like he hit me up like, yo, Quise, thank you, everybody love everything, you know what I'm saying? So it's just giving out that positive energy, you know what I'm saying? Like
positive energy again.
Yeah, love that.
2 sounds in 1 sentence.
Shout out to Hip Hop 1001.
Definitely be a teacher here.
You used to be a teacher there?
Yeah, I was a literacy teacher. I used to teach kids how to rap and shit.
Oh yeah, I teach the lyrics side too?
Teach kids, like, what's your plan?
I got the ultimate formula how to rap, and I'm ultimately the best, so it's like, I break that shit down for them, make it easy, like, you feel me? Teach them how to count bars and shit like that, so, you feel me? Like, but shout out to JB though, man, Bloody Bridge, you know what it is for sure. That's an amazing program.
Yo, can you teach me how to rap?
I can do it in like 10 minutes.
Yo, he got bars.
I'm trying to be like the Bronx Bad Bunny, be like, I'm trying to be outside.
Hey, yo, don't let E fool you. He'll definitely give you like 3-4 bars.
Right,
he knows music.
You know what I'm saying?
Like to rap.
He'll give you a quick 2 bars. When we started this shit, he's like, yo, that's a bar. You know what I'm saying? I ain't forgetting.
Nah, speaking of bars, so like with the music that you do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have a certain case, and again, like you have to. I understand we all got bills to pay, so you have a certain like place that you want your music to get to, so you know it's gonna sell.
Yeah, literally.
So when it comes down to it, you say you started off on the bars, and like you know what I'm saying, you was on some bars kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
How important is it? And I'm not just asking because the bars on enough, but how important is it when you see those freestyle platforms that are still out here? Are they important? Like how important are they to your career still at this point?
Honestly,
and how important are they like in general to the culture?
They're very important because you know they just let you know that you know. Bars are still alive, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they not dead. People listening to what's going on because a lot of the music that you do here on the radio these days, if it's like not top notch, a lot of people are going into like this raspy type of auto-tune type wave where you gotta like probably run it back once or twice at the set what's going on. And it's I'm not saying it's not fire, you feel me? Because you still gotta go back. But you still gotta go back. But a lot of times you'll hear like a 1-2-3 bar and then a 1-2 and then a 1-2-3 bar compared to a competitive back-to-back, you know, straight like back-to-back bars where you're getting punchlines and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's dope that bars on I-95 you know, was able to start their platform and bring that out to the world. You know what I mean? I mean, y'all on some global shit right now. You know, shout out to all the guys out there. You know what I mean? I love. Shout out to bars on I-95.
Yes, home team, you're fucking vibes, man.
Bring your pen game, not your name.
You know that, and a lot of people done hit me up in my DM. Yo, Keys, I love what you doing.
This shit went crazy after that.
My brother calling me from jail, my brother 50. He like, yo, bro, niggas talking about, yo, you on bars on not fine, you doing your thing. Niggas talking about you open up for this and that third.
That's when,
and that's what's dope about it.
Yeah, that's when that shit hit me to a different point, cause like we travel, right?
Yeah.
So we travel a lot again, bro. I'm just really just dirty nigga from the Bronx. That's what I always call myself, bro. Like, just a camera, bro, and I'm scamming my first camera, bro. Like, I didn't even buy my first camera. I paid $80
that's
for
some
my
Bronx
first
shit.
camera. It was a $600 camera. I got it for $80. You feel me?
That's
Like,
some dirty Bronx shit.
so like when it came down to it, bro, like
Scammer.
You look absolutely.
You look at the aspect of it, and you look at like how all these platforms hit like a certain wave and a certain demographic of people, right?
Yeah. The real
I
culture.
feel like when it comes to your music hits a certain demographic for everywhere.
Yeah.
So even if it's like, you ever seen like those charts that it's like the circles, the two circles, and like the middle, bro. Yo, my teacher hate me, bro. It's the two circles, right? Yeah, bro. And the circle in the middle is what's the same.
Yeah.
You fall in the middle of what's the same for a lot of categories, right? So you could do a lot.
You in both circles.
Right. Where haven't you been yet that you're like afraid to go to that you want to go? Music wise, like, you know what I mean? Like, there has to be something that you hear that you're like, fuck, I want to do this so badly. I think I can kill this, but I don't know how my fans is going to fuck with it. You know what I mean?
Rose and corn shit?
Yeah, that shit, yeah. No, the similarities and all that shit, so it's like, you do this, you do this, and y'all both do this the same. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. Honestly, you know, I don't really know what it is like to be overseas and shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, I swear I always tell myself all the time, yo, Keisha, you bring this sound overseas, they're gonna fucking love you.
Oh yeah, they love the culture. They love the culture.
Anyway, though.
And the crazy shit about it is like, truth, the crazy thing about it is like a couple of beats that I use, you know, I got people from overseas sending me beats before anybody in the US was sending me beats, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Which was dope about it. You know, shout out to Beats by Jitro.
Went through the same thing, bro.
You know, and a lot of people overseas, like, they're dope. Like, you know what I mean? They have a different way of recording how a lot of people do digital and analog. You know what I mean? They're still using track boards out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With 64 channels. And that's, I mean, everybody has their own kind of different way. But it's phenomenal and it's dope. And even on my Facebook, I started deleting bitches and females. Just so.
And females, you heard that, right? Okay. All right.
Be safe though, dog.
Be safe out here. Yeah, it's a difference.
So I had to start deleting.
It was the pause.
You know, I had to start deleting like a certain, you know, type of people because it was. I had to clear my shit up so I could be able to add more rappers, more producers. You know what I mean? That's what I want to see going down my timeline
too, bro. Cause like, even me, bro. Like, there's times that I catch myself getting lost, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, I'll see myself. I have my shit set up to a point on my IG where it was like nothing but artists and fellow photographers, bro. Because I'm not a photographer that's a hater, bro. Like I really love the motherfuckers, be like I really do. So I'll check it out, right? Because it's the same thing as music, bro. Like I can't have 5-8 boogies that I'm listening to. Bro. If you're good at this, bro, you gotta be good at this. You can't be good at this and this. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at it with photographers. I see them, I'm like, yo, y'all nasty at what you do. You're not fucking with me in my lane, but you nasty at what you do.
Right.
So I'm looking at it at all those aspects, and I'll catch myself getting lost. Damn, bro. I'm going down my timeline, bro. Like all of those. I sat down, I'm taking a shit. And I legit the whole time that I was here, I seen nothing but bitches, and I love bitches, bro. But it's like as much as like that's my favorite thing to look at. You feel me? Like it's my favorite thing to look at. But yo, dog, for the minute I wake up, I want to be on work time. Yeah, I want to be on work time, bro. I want to be on work time, bro. I wake up, bro. If I go to sleep after, he'll tell you, bro. I go to sleep at 3 in the morning. About 6:30, 7 o'clock, dog. I'm on my way to go get my coffee. I'm back smoking a blunt. I'm going through my emails, whatever the fuck they need. I'm on the phone with AB, what you got me to edit. I'm on the phone with Young, what we doing? Like, I move a certain way because it's just like, yo, bro, I'd rather.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, like, you know what I mean? So, it's like when you hit that kind of point, like, and I catch myself getting lost, like, and I don't know how you take it, like, what you do. Me personally, I go through a cleanse at that point.
Right.
I'll go and I'll see myself like, damn, bro, sat down for 10 minutes and I ain't seen nothing but ass on my IG. I'm doing something wrong. So now I go through my IG. I go through my IG and start following bitches. I'm gonna get one last look, bro.
Yeah.
Looking at man, bro, this bitch bad. Unfollow. Damn, she's bad. Unfollow. Half the bitches you can follow back later. But you know what I mean? Like, you unfollow them, bro.
To the point, ain't nothing else popping up with
and
these
you know what
things.
you go follow at that point, bro?
They all naked.
Your competition, bro.
Exactly.
You go follow your competition. Whoever thinks they in your lane, because I don't think nobody can ever be in your lane. So whoever thinks they in your lane, you follow that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And you remember, like, yo, this
focus,
motherfucker thing
man.
on
We
Tuesday,
focus.
I'm on Friday, bro. I gotta be on next Tuesday. Fuck all that. Like, even though I'm ahead of him, I'm not as ahead as I want to be. So you go and you hit it again, but you have to see those. You have to see
Yo,
those.
you know what's crazy? Like, I kid you not, man. Shout out to my boy Fresh. Shout out to my boy Fresh. You know, he invited me to the studio and Ron Browse is there. And you know, like when Rob Browse is in the room, bro, I'm like, yo, first of all, this is a nigga that I seen growing up as a kid. Jumping out the window with this one, jumping out the window. So I was just like, give me $20, give me $20. So it was like amazing. But the jewels that he dropped, like, listen. Yo, I made that Nicki Minaj. I get crazy. I get crazy.
No, that's what he.
The nigga said he made the Nas Ether beat. He's Ether, feel me?
Yeah,
Ether
That's why
boy.
he gave y'all a beat. He made that
So,
beat. And that beat was
Ether
for Big
man.
L.
Yeah, literally.
That
It
beat
was with Big L. Yeah,
That
and that's
beat
what he was
was
selling
Big
it
L,
from.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So
He
you
said
know,
that he linked up with Big L in front of a building. He seen Big L. He said, I do beats. Big L said, alright, so come upstairs. We can listen to these right now. He went upstairs on bars, bro. He went up there. He showed him like a few beats. He said he showed him like 5 beats. And he said the one that he picked was Ebonics and another one I forgot.
Ebonics?
Yeah, he did Ebonics. But he looked at Ether and said, that's not me. Moved that to the side, so he tried to sell Ether to Jay. Jay wouldn't take Ether. So then that shit went to Nas. You feel me? Like,
that's exactly
but Jay was supposed to actually have Ether first. Jay, it was supposed to be Big L after Big L, Jay. Nas was actually the third person to get Ether, bro.
Nas was like, man, what that shit? You love my style, literally.
Yeah, bro, that was so crazy to me, bro.
Yeah.
Universe did that.
Yeah, nah, that's
I told you.
Universe is working in mysterious ways.
Shit was already written.
My
And it's
God.
funny we talk about now.
But you know, it's
it
like-
was written.
It was written.
It was written.
It was written.
Facts, big facts.
The universe writes that shit. We ain't got nothing to do with that. It's already here. Like, you feel me?
And you know, shout out to the bro guy Omar Wilson. You know, the Black Sinatra from Norwalk, Connecticut. You know, we got one of the biggest R&B records right now, stemming out of CT. You know, and it's so dope that to even rub shoulders with him and him to bring me out to his shows. You know what I mean? That's why I was able to meet Shaka Khan. And it's crazy too, cause I'm in the back, like it's some girls from the fence, and like, get me in. And I'm like, damn, I want to sneak y'all in.
I'm gonna have a man
I'm
like.
trying to get in first.
Literally,
I was in
there.
The names that's dropping in this interview is fucking crazy and phenomenal.
Nah, for real.
By the way,
it was all through the networking, man.
Yeah, and you real cool about this shit.
Literally.
But it's phenomenal.
Literally, man.
Yeah.
And, I think that Escobar Films.
Yeah.
Shout out to the guy.
Oh yeah, shout out to
You know what I'm
Esco.
saying? Lex Bubble Up actually got a few videos shot by him too. You know what I mean?
No, that's
Now, he BPT too, right?
He's BPT.
Okay.
As far as I know, but I'm gonna say he's a global nigga regardless.
He's global.
You know what I'm saying?
Global.
You see how I said I don't hate on shooters?
Right.
He's bad.
Yeah.
That's
he
what it
nice
goes.
with it.
That's what it
You
goes.
know.
He did a joint for my boy,
It's cool as fuck.
my nigga, Young? Yes, Young Boss. Young Boss. That was real crazy.
Yeah, from like Escobar films, you know, to JB the Creator.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of good filmers out there in our, you know, our city and shit like that. But you know, Ray, you know, Tim Bryant, you know, he's people. What he call this thing that he's doing? Air it out. Yeah, like they air it out.
Yeah.
That platform he got going on right now is elite. He's doing his thing. You know what I mean? Shout out to Tim Bryant Films.
Big
You know what I mean?
Big y'all.
Shout out to Ray the God. You know what I mean? Ray and Rook. You know what I mean?
Rook.
Come on.
Yes. Shout out to Rook.
Nah, Rook's my guy, bro.
Yo,
Like,
Rook.
so Big Y'all.
Rook is working hard out here.
Big
man.
Y'all,
Real hard.
YaooItzaPodcast alumni Trey Scalino, bro. Like,
Oh, yeah.
when Trey was up here, bro, like I always remember chilling with Trey, and he would always tell me like, you gotta come chill with me and Webby and them, bro.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, Webby.
You feel me?
Motherfuckers party
So I'm
different.
like,
Webby a good look for CT.
Yeah.
You know where I found him at?
Yeah.
You know where I found him at? I forgot my night, bro. Atlanta.
Mm.
Trey hit me up. I'm in Atlanta. We went out to do a Sue Surf interview. So we out there, we chilling. We were supposed to do the interview on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Surf postponed it till Monday, so now we just existing.
Yeah.
Trey hit me up. Y'all in the A?
Universe, baby.
Yo, pull up to my shit. Right.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, pull up,
Mysterious
bro. He's
way.
like, yo, part-time,
Huh?
we doing security out here, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get y'all in, come chill. So we get there, bro. Son at the door trying to be a dick. He's like, I'm like, yo, get Trey. Trey goes out with the flashlight, bro, pushing people out the way.
Yeah,
That's it.
lit.
We go to the VIP section. We sitting down. I'm chilling. This is me and the gang. And like, mind you, we just a bunch of regular motherfuckers.
Right, literally.
We do amazing work, absolutely, but we just a bunch of regular motherfuckers. We sit down and watch the Food Network together. We sit down. Me and AB got sing-alongs on Justin Timberlake on shit. Not really listening. Like bars on Island Bob is not listening to hip
Got the lyrics
hop.
on.
We just
Yeah, on YouTube and put the lyrics on like
right. And we just did when I see you. Wild in the band.
English.
So like.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yo, my bad. Hey, yo, shout out to Husky Exotic. They definitely sponsored this joint. Yo, show them the joint, man. Show them the motherfucking 007 golden gun right here.
Big Zazu
I know that
on deck.
shit.
Shout out to the God.
Where is it?
And the pop tarts.
Can you put that real quick?
Yeah, I don't know where he at. There you go.
Show that back.
There you go. There you go. Husky Exotics, man. Premium motherfucking shit. And remember, Connecticut is legal. This shit is legal now.
Yo, y'all can get it anywhere. Y'all can get it in New York. Y'all can get it in Cali, Boston, Connecticut.
You know what I mean?
Whatever y'all need, hit me up. Husky Exotics.
That shit
Instagram,
real green, real
Snapchat,
stanky like.
Facebook.
You know
All
what I
spelled
mean?
out the same way?
All spelled out the same way.
Husky, y'all know that Husky, right? That CT shit right there. Okay. Husky Exotic. Get familiar. You know what I mean? That shit.
But you know, like this song won't even miss no names or nothing like that. You know, I would definitely want to give a big shout out to Justin from Just Right Studios.
Okay.
You know, just for even having that kind of flow with DJ Big Mike and you know Styles and Jada and a couple other artists that even go through there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know my boy Kilo Kells, who's a music engineer. You know what I mean? Like that's my bro. Like you know what I mean? Like you know Uncle Rock. You know, he's a producer and engineer as well.
Yeah.
And, you know, I love them all, man, because, you know, they always kept me in the loop. They was like, yo, Keith, we got beats for you, Keith. Stay in the studio. You need to be in the streets right now, Keith. Real shit. Fuck you doing out there? Fuck in the studio, feel me?
Good shout out to Big Mike.
Like, literally, like, a lot of times I'm just in the studio, like, if I ain't writing, I'm personally thinking, I'm strategizing. I'm trying to pen out shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm able to keep my peace right there. Because as soon as I leave them doors, it's like, all right, now I'm gonna face these shits. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna get it done too. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just got to give a big shout out to them niggas because you know what I'm saying? They definitely been doing it for CT.
So that work ethic, where that come from?
Personally,
get it done shit. Like
it gotta get done because you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times, like personally, you can probably say this about yourself too. Like you know how like. For example, y'all running a podcast and you doing the whole bars on I-95 shit. Like, it's like something like when you keep yourself driven to the things that, like, you know, dealing with networking and dealing with the artists and doing the shows and stuff like that. And maybe sometimes like reality of life comes in between time. You know what I mean?
Definitely do.
So like a lot of people can't balance shit out like that.
Yeah.
You can't go through no real shit and try to come to a podcast right now. You
Yeah,
feel
it's
me?
been a long night.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like niggas really over here fighting pain prayers. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know, it's more than a job. Like it gotta get done. You know what I mean? Because it's like when you go on Facebook, I'm seeing him with DJ Big Reggie Reg, and he's doing his thing. I'm like, oh shit, go on his toes. He on his shit. Lex performing on bond. And for the average nigga who's gonna fall back, be like, nah, I can't do shows right now. I can't do anything right now. Shit real. Boom, boom, da da da. And then you take a month, 2 months, 3 months off, and then you start losing your craft and the sound and how you want to do things, and now your fan base and your page don't sit back. You know what I'm saying? And it's mad niggas and mad artists and mad females and mad men who's trying to rap and, you know, do their music too. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's just a blessing for us to just stay in the game, you know what I mean? It's just, you know what I mean?
I had that conversation with A, B, and C's a lot. Like so back in March, I lost my father, right? I lost my father. The minute I lost him, bro, I found out like 10 in the morning. But no lie, bro, 3:30 in the afternoon, 4 in the afternoon, I'm at this man's house right here, talking to him like nothing happened.
Right.
I told him maybe 10 minutes into me being in his crib, bro, like just told him. But I was just trying to find something.
Right,
But at the end of the day, you still gotta keep pushing.
Absolutely.
I remember A and C is always telling me that, bro, because after that happened, we was in Miami, we was chilling there like, bro, like, you gotta remember, this type of shit happens, bro, and it's gonna always happen right when we at that finish line. We like that silver lining. Now they're like, yo, let's try to take out your whole team. So everybody was going through shit, bro. The whole staff was going through shit. Somebody broke a leg, somebody did this, somebody did that. You feel me? So it was going.
You gotta keep pushing.
What's crazy though? Y'all want to do it together.
No, absolutely.
People don't understand that. It's so dope for somebody to pick you up. Like real shit. People pick you up. Like I just said, like me and Lex was really just talking about this the other day. Like when you going through the ruts, like it's so great to have a big ass family that just like, yo, you alright. You feel me? Like, you alright. But they're not even telling you alright, they just there. You know what I'm saying? They're not saying you alright, pick your head up and nothing like that. They're like, yo, I know what you're going through. Little bar with me, you feel me? Like shit like that. Like, so it's great to have those people.
That's why I work with the balls on 5 staff, because it's like the team that hit me up at AB just hit me up and go, yo, you seen this battle?
Word.
Know what I'm going through, but he knows the one thing
that's going to go about.
Yo, you seen this battle? Something's trash. No, the fuck he wasn't. Now we about to argue. Oh, hit me up. Yo, you go? Yeah, I'm valid. You hungry? Hell yeah, I'm hungry. Yeah, so you feel me? Like, yo, just come to the studio and just chill here. Don't even say nothing, just exist. So like, you gotta have that strong system behind you. And I notice y'all will.
Because shit gonna happen.
Yeah, because you gotta think about it, like more like shutting on CT right now more than ever. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to drop out right now. You know what I'm saying? You stay in school, you keep doing your motherfucking homework, get the job done. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? And for any local shows that's going on, like, it's not wrong with doing local shows. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Maybe the promoters could actually do a little bit better on certain ends, and you know, and the DJs could do a little bit better as far as having better production for the artists to perform. But it's still dope to even have a platform, because college people actually do go to
they try anything.
They try anything, you feel me? And downtown, where Mojo actually is hosting the Bye Wednesdays, that shit's dope, you feel me? Because you got the Stretch Factory right there, and you got 3 other local bars and clubs around here too, you know what I'm saying? And there's nothing else out downtown to do, you feel me? So you gotta be there.
But I need the artists to know, y'all can promote y'all own shit too. Y'all always can spend your own money, put y'all whole team, you see they got their team together, put your team together, put some money together, you gotta put your money where your mouth is, you know what I'm saying?
It's crazy because we really all solo artists. So we family. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all got our own teams. Like, my team's only us, you feel me? Bubble Band, you feel me? Like, Swagger Class. Like, you feel me? Like, we all have our own teams. Back in the day, we a family. Like, real shit,
family.
You see this nigga on TV, you know I'm not there. You see this nigga, it's the same shit.
Nigga fuck on here, I'm like, fuck, we about to be some rappers riding on niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like, real shit. That's how it is, like, you know what I mean? That's how you do it.
So, yo, it's a lot of young niggas, I know I keep bringing it here, but it's a lot of young niggas. The young niggas is hungry, they trying niggas' car doors and shit. Niggas try my car door every night. You know what I'm saying?
They're trying car doors,
they trying the car doors. And niggas know, but anyway.
They seen the red nephew, man.
They try. They ain't no way.
That nigga cooked for the night. Let me try his shit.
He's not gonna remember this shit.
He ain't gonna remember this shit.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know what I'm saying? You might see me sleeping my shit, trying to call, but like, yo, let them know, like, the work ethic that, you know what I'm saying? Because you from, like, I mean, you from this era, but you got like an old school type of work ethic. Just like, speak to the youngins and let them know what's it gonna take to get them off of that. They're desperate. They're making desperate moves. They're following niggas that don't really want the best for them. Like you say, it's a lot of different parts of the game to put yourself in.
Literally.
But what does it really take right now? Because niggas is really trying to gang themselves into the game.
I seen Gucci Man drop a song recently. He dropped a video like 2 days, 3 days ago, and it's called "Dissing the Dads."
Yeah.
And he wants niggas to stop dissing the dad. You feel me?
Who said that? Gucci Man?
Gucci Man. Yeah.
After he yo.
That shit. Who said that? Gucci Man.
What he said?
That versus. He was wild.
Nah, after you smoke on Pookie Loc tonight. After you smoke on
That man?
The same Gucci. The same Gucci.
Hey, yo, if he was here right now, he'd say, why you bringing up bullshit? That was Goo Wop bringing up bullshit. That's Goo Wop said it.
Bring the bullshit, man.
You did that on Versus, nigga. Everybody was watching. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm a hood nigga, so I was like, oh shit.
No, I was in it. There's not one versus. There's not one versus battle that happened since versus started.
Yeah.
That I ain't like. I'm not gonna say that either.
Right.
I'm not gonna go that far. But I'm
Right,
gonna just say
some
there
niggas
hasn't
wild
been
out.
one that got chippy that I ain't like.
Right.
When them shits get chippy and get fun like that.
Yo,
I love that shit. Yeah.
that Gucci and Jeezy, that shit got touchy. When he did that shit, he was like,
Making all that, like,
Yeah.
they was wild and they was ready.
niggas acting
Jeezy
up.
was the business
Yeah.
man. He's the respectable grown man. Gucci came there.
Gucci was disrespectful.
Came there with the young
Yo, all the hood niggas,
My son say, yo, you niggas out running like
all the hood niggas was like, yo, who watched when that was? All the niggas online, yeah, but you gotta bring it to a higher level. But all the hood niggas was like, man, fuck that. Because niggas know when it get disrespectful, it's supposed to get disrespectful. But it's for the art though. It's art.
But that's what it's all about. It's art.
It's art, yeah. We ain't trying to make it.
That shit was so dope though because they are Atlanta. They are Atlanta. They are Atlanta.
But yo, I give it to them niggas because they ain't bring it there after.
Nah, they said they was showing after.
I just think like this day and age, like you gotta think about it, like it's all about guns. You know what I'm saying? Everybody getting their gun permits and everybody feel like they need to be protected. It's it's a lot of crazy things going on in the world where people are walking into stores, killing people, innocent people.
Wow,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and you can actually be chilling with some people and you can actually get shot yourself. You feel me? So you know, rest in peace to my brother Dollars and you know, and my brother Jay. You feel me? So it's just like I think that it's like it's kind of hard to really put yourself in a mind factor that things gonna be cool and that you know we can stop the violence as far as even speaking it through hip hop. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, like that would be like basically me imitating like a story or me telling something to my people, right? And but I'm literally in the trenches doing this shit, right? And it's different. So when I get caught by this shit, Quise DaGod shoots up on my bomb or gets caught with 7 guns or whatever like that. Like, and they're like, no, he's not. He was on Disney World. He had a dope ass da song. Like, you know what I mean? That's if y'all get the example. You know what I'm
I get you.
So, you know
some little
what I mean?
niggas just died in New Orleans the other day. So the young boy like got ambushed, and I was like, damn, niggas can't just make music and like y'all bring it to the next level.
You gotta bring it to the next level.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and everybody got a gun these days. Everybody got a gun.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and you know, every time when I step into a spot, you know, and I feel like you can feel the energy, you know what I'm saying? You can see what's up, you know, especially if you're running through your city, or you just, you gotta read this book. It's called Body Language.
Okay.
You feel me? And you gotta read the body language of a human being, you feel me? And just learning how to deal with your left hemisphere and your right hemisphere, your brain, you feel me? Because we don't even use most of our brain, yo. We only use like 5%. So, you know, it's like, you know, just learning body language could definitely make you feel like I shouldn't be here right now. Or, you know what, let me hurry up and get up out of here or grab a drink and then slide or some shit, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because a lot of people are hating, you know, people want to cause issues with you, like, you know, you like, yo, you just trying to get some clout or something like that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know, multiple women that you're probably dealing with, you know, they're going to pop on, show out, and call scenes. So it's like you got to really moves,
Read that
sophisticated.
shit. Yo, I respect that shit, man. Yo, y'all niggas can read books outside of the Bing. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's books out here that teach you how to master shit, right? You gotta learn the master keys to the shit, you know what I'm saying? Real shit. That's why I knew I was gonna get that kind of conversation from a nigga named Quise DaGod. You know what I'm saying? I was hoping I'd get that kind of conversation from Quise DaGod, you know what I'm saying? I respect it, you know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, that elevation level, man, y'all gotta bring it to the next level, because this game right here, it's a lot of change in this shit, man. Niggas getting a lot of fucking money. You don't need no label or none of that shit. You go right online and get all this money, but you gotta learn the game. Read.
This is the
It's
internet
cool to
research
read.
era, bro.
Yeah.
Would it be in the research era, bro, that is not one question out there that you really have to ask a nigga, bro? Like, honestly.
Yeah.
Right now,
Be serious, bro. Like, bro, like, you gotta adapt to Paris, bro. That's it. Because if you're not adapting, bro, if you're not adapting,
You're gonna be left behind.
like, that's it.
You're gonna be left behind.
That's it on Paris, bro.
So how you feel about that? How you feel about that 5-year-old Mace joint that's going on? Like Mace signed 5 for 5 Gs for his first contract. And some people saying that's fair because niggas ain't know how much money they was gonna make off him. And some niggas saying, damn, Mace could have gave him more than five bands for, you know what I'm saying?
Mace could have done the Smack DVD contract.
He gave him what?
50,000?
He gave him 750,000?
He gave him 750,000.
And he gave him 30%.
Yo, that question is over. If you gave him 750,000, 30%, that nigga got
I
enough.
can't even hold you. You know what I loved about this, the whole situation was the fact that Fabi tried to downplay him.
Yeah.
And he had everything safe.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you did on somebody that's been doing this for ages.
Exactly.
Bro, yeah.
So you gotta take that in the mind. And the
And
greatest
you in an
thing,
era, and he came from an era of hip hop where everything that really has to be on paperwork probably wasn't on paperwork.
hey, yo, the greatest thing that he said to me during, the greatest thing that he said when I heard it was, what he say? You can't be great without being around greatness.
Absolutely.
He's Diddy 2.0.
That's the investment.
You understand what I'm
That's the
saying?
investment. It's being around.
That's Diddy 2.0.
You can't be great without being around greatness.
Yeah. I feel like every nigga in my era should have learned from the Lox. Cause we love them niggas and we watch them niggas struggle to pay this nigga back. You know what I'm saying? And no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Now I've been to Diddy parties and niggas dance on my table and everything. No disrespect. But on some real shit. They came in with the product, they danced on my shit.
You gotta say pause with Diddy.
Nah, pause. That's what I was talking about.
Crazy.
Niggas jumped in the VIP, then jumped on the niggas' tables with the bottle, started wilding. I was like, oh shit. But that nigga robbed everybody, nigga. Even though, no, nigga Biggie. Nigga Biggie made like, what Biggie get for that? For that first time, like 20
75.
Bro, do you really think
$75
in
in the Big Mac joint?
Yeah, that shit got crazy.
75 in the Big Mac.
Serious.
And that's the nigga who said
75,000 in the Big Mac. In the Big Mac.
Yo, anybody that saw the Lox go through what they went through trying to pay this nigga back.
Let the Lox Go campaign.
You older
That
niggas
was the best, bro.
study, go online
That
and
was the best.
read. Don't let them niggas put you in that
I'm from
bullshit.
the- listen, man, I'm
sign
from the
yourself
era of
first.
hip-hop.
Let them sign yourself from yourself.
Now, I'm from the era of hip hop where we had to listen to the radio to see what was going on.
And that's
We the same
90-minute tapes.
Yeah.
So like me personally, bro, that whole Let the Lox Go campaign, I
Yeah.
seen that shit play off on Hot 97. Fuck Flex,
Yeah.
but I seen that shit happen on Hot 97.
Sure.
Yo, all of that, bro. Like I heard G Unit getting out the building when they was getting clapped at outside the building. Like
Right.
that's type of shit that yo, bro, you outside, bro. And if you're not in the crib listening to the radio, somebody outside, bro, with their radio blasted.
Yeah.
Because that era, Hot 97 was different.
That shit was lit.
That was different, bro.
The bombs hit different back then.
Hey yo, word to me, the new generation would never know.
Nah, it was
They
never.
would never know.
Niggas was outside.
But you know what's crazy? I want to say, like, as far as Connecticut goes,
Sorry.
like the DJs,
Yeah.
they gotta get talked about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
DJ Rome,
Okay.
DJ E1, the greatest.
Hey yo, shout out DJ Lonely Star, man.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
my
my
dog.
DJ Perfect,
Yeah.
DJ Big Mike, DJ
Nietzsche, what up,
Red,
Nietzsche?
DJ Nietzsche,
What up, Craig?
DJ Hawk, DJ Chubbs. You know, DJ
Santo,
DJ Hype Kid, DJ Flow Kid,
definitely Mike, Big Mike.
DJ Craze White.
Yeah.
DJ Craze like that busy.
Connecticut always had a DJ. Craig G had to come out here.
I just think, like, you know, as far as, like, you know, CT artists, like, you see, I see, like, you know, a lot of the DJs feel some type of way when the artist is like, yo, the DJs ain't spinning our music, Like, you know what I'm saying? But the DJs are like, oh, we'll send it through on my email, you feel me? Or y'all ain't reaching out or nothing like that, you know what I mean? So, you know, a lot of these DJs is expecting, you know, for us to, you know, holler at them and chop it up, you know what I mean? But, you know,
DJs are very open on it.
Yeah.
From the ones that I've met, bro, Michi was the first one I met, bro, as a camera guy.
Right.
And this is before I even moved to CT, bro. Like, I was still living in New York. I came down because my people was like, yo, we got a show in New Haven. I was like, I got family that live in New Haven. Where at? They was like, Whaley Ave. I was like, nigga, my family live on Whaley Ave. Bro, I went to go stay over there. The event was literally down the hill from the crib.
Right.
Went over there, did the event. Everything was a vibe, bro. Everybody was scared because there was a lot of, like, you know what I'm saying, like newer names coming inside, like, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out DJ Bink.
Yeah, shout out to DJ Bink. You know, he just did an event and he had my music spinning over there too. That thing. But I don't want to chop your story, y'all.
Go ahead, Lord.
So when it came down to it, I remember walking in. There was a lot of personalities, and I'm not trying to say no names because I don't want to bash them, but they're not doing shit right now.
Right.
A lot of people that was out there, their names is not rapping 6 years later, bro.
Literally.
Beachy was setting up his speakers. I took a few flicks at him, right? I moved over to the side. Hands was about to start taking flicks. Some pulled me to the side. He's like, yo, so the flicks, I saw you taking pictures. You got them? So I showed him. He was like, you edited these? I was like, nah. He's like, yo, I want these, bro.
Yeah.
Exchange info with him, send it to him. I don't know who the son is, bro. I'm not living out here. I don't see him. You feel me? So I'm speaking. I start looking online, bro. And I'm like, oh, this motherfucker on Hot 97. Because again, like Hot 93 wasn't Hot 93 to me. That shit was the Hot 97 of CT. That's how
that's how it is to me.
Yeah. So
and I work for the niggas, I ain't gonna lie.
So I'm seeing that and I'm like, oh, nah, chill, bro. This is kind of fire. Some went put me in his
Yo, Michi is fire, though. Michi is fire.
Yo, bro. And I ran into him to like, yo, when I say events after events, bro.
Went up there.
Like, bro, say the event, I've been there taking pictures. I'll see him, bro.
Yeah.
He'll walk away from his shorty. He'll walk away from the crowd. He'll say what up to me. Come talk with me, bro. He's hit me up. I'm on my way back from B-More, bro, on some regular shit on a Sunday. I ain't even post nothing in a month. Son hit me up. Yo, what's good with you, bro? Everything all right, man? I'm just checking on you. What you been doing lately? Like, son, you know what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with Michi, bro.
Michi the real dude,
and I feel like he's very
got skills, man.
He's very approachable, especially like as me as a shooter. You feel me? Like I know people get him in the background and shots all the time, but like as an artist, bro, like I've seen him really take his time, bro.
Yo, he's a quality DJ.
He did the bars on. When he did that, bro, he packed up his shit. Salute to DJ Rone, shut up the whole show. He finished everything up. So when it was done, bro, I went outside. Ichi was still chopping it up with all the artists. Chopping it with them, bro. Packed up in the van, talking to everybody, bro. Yeah, right now. No, what's yours right now? No, I'm gonna follow you back right now. Like, everybody, bro. And I'm just like, nah, I like that, bro. He could have been a dick that said, send it to me if it's shoot out, bro. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm guilty for that, bro. I'm guilty for that. He hit me up and be like, oh, balls on, yo, bro, I got some fire, I email it to you.
Rest in peace, DJ Jules.
I think we all rest in peace, DJ Jules.
Rest in peace, Jules, man.
But not big rest in peace to DJ Jules.
These are niggas I know. When I was promoting, I had Michi, I had Jules, all these niggas, man.
One of those guys.
Oh my God.
DJ Bam, I love that, man. He doing everything too, man.
Jules was clutch. Jules was clutch.
DJ Flow K, he be doing international parties and everything like that. Let alone the DJ Santos.
DJ Prime, you know what I'm saying?
But the reason why I bring up these DJs is because, you know, I mean, let's keep it a stack. Like, I'm Quise DaGod, that's Craze White, that's Let's Bubble Up, that's David Michaels, that's Born. And I think that, you know, each motherfucking artist that's in CT should have a DJ, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, y'all, everybody's at these local events and y'all spending these baby showers and, you know, weddings and, you know, festival music and everything like that. And I just think, like, if you're dealing with an artist, right, you know, your artist should know that he should have or her should have a certain kind of professional music for you to be able to play while you at these certain kind of events. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. And it's just dope because, you know, if you're a real DJ and you really network and you run shows with other DJs, other records is getting passed off. Once you play a record and stuff like that, even at the showcases and the events that, you know, Hot 937 be posting, be hosting, you know, they you know, when artists come in there, it be people in there that know the motherfucking lyrics. Niggas is singing shit, you feel me?
DJ Time to Dime, what up, Time?
Big Yao to Kiss Monroe. She's like, I think I mentioned her earlier, she's one of my favorite R&B artists from CT, honestly.
Oh.
She gets busy.
Yeah.
I gotta meet her.
I'll make it happen. I'll make it happen. You gotta make it happen. Literally. That's big. Co-style music energy, that's big. She's nice, bro. Hey, yo. So we set off a song. Her song first hit off on Hot 93. When that shit hit off on Hot 93, niggas at the concert, she opened up for Maya last night.
She opened up for
Maya. Yeah.
Shout out to Majestic, you know what I'm saying? That's my guy.
So she got a song right now, and you can ask Lil Cuz off online, bro, Strike Me Down. On some regular shit, and I told him, I was like, yo, bro, you see the goosebumps, bro. I've been there from the beginning process. When the song first dropped from the beat, when we was making the beat. But it was coming down to the, you should say this, like, yo, from the beginning, bro, because you're there. That song, bro, she made 3 songs. The first one hit High 93. 94.3 started fucking with it. They got song beat, so you feel me? They start fucking with the first track. But 94.3 wants the second and the third now. So I'm driving with Lil Cuzzo over here, bro. And I always say, like you said earlier, bro, everything happens for a reason, bro. Because I was literally on my way into the parking lot. I gotta go see my aunt now, drop off something now. So now I'm like, man, I'm young, I'm gonna be there 20 minutes late. Drive over there, turn on the radio, which I would never do, bro. Turn on the radio, and that song's on the radio. And I'm starting to realize, like, if you hit a certain, and I don't want to say promotion is a big word, but like, I say persistence. Persistence over promotion.
Tap into that with that frequency.
I always say persistence over promotion because at the end of the day, like, the promotion is fire. That's what's up, bro. Like, that's a dope ass video. You got to promote your video. But are you outside though? I'm from the 90s, bro. So like, I'm really in an era where like, when I tell young, yo, bro, like, young, tell me if I'm lying. How many times do I tell young, like, yo, bro, we can go outside and sell clothes right now. We can go outside and sell this right now. Yo, bro, put me in a parking lot right the fuck now, bro. I do the trunk sales, bro. I'm on some masterpiece shit. I'll pop the trunk and I'm outside the trunk, bro. Like, if we could sell podcasts on CDs, I'm outside in the trunk with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like that gives it a better, like, it gives it a better effect. Because like, if I meet you now, I met you. I heard your music before I met you, but when I met you, it gave me a better, like, yo, son is well cool. Now I want to listen to his music because now I'm going to show him music. Like, now I met son, he's fine, he's mad cool. I heard you. Because Sawyer was showing me your music. We literally went all the way to Northern just to see your performance. So we go over there. He's like, nah, it's my boy right there. We hear his performance, boom, boom. I'm like, nah, that shit sounded better live. Because there was 2 songs that you did that I heard in the car. And I'm like, nah, that shit sounded better live. He smoked it. Crazy. You feel me? He's like, So like after you did that, I'm like, yo, bro, you did a different one. So now somebody mentions your music to me and they show it to me. I'm like, yeah, nah, but you gotta hear this. You know what I'm saying? I got that personal, you know what I mean? So I always feel like if you have it like through an internet era where it's like one person hears it, you gotta have a TikTok dance or something to go with it. So you gotta have your TikTok. You gotta have the TikTok dance so everybody else can go with it. What they go?
What's that app?
Oh, that stupid shit. But when you got it to the point that it's like a reverse. It's like reverse psychology to the bad news thing. So like, if you ate at a bad restaurant, you're gonna tell 5 people. But if you ate at a good restaurant and it was fire, you might tell one person.
Tell one nigga.
You feel me? But when
it's
bad, you want to tell everybody. Yo, this shit was terrible.
I
hate it.
like that though.
Exactly. But then you think about it now.
That shit crazy. CT Daddy!
So yeah, like,
I feel like it's like it's a different era now because like you still like one time for the one time, man. Crazy.
Appreciate y'all. already know what it
Definitely
is.
gonna check him out.
All artists tap in with the DJs, man. With that being stated, what Bro
Yeah,
was
good night,
saying, man.
too,
You know what I mean? You gotta be
Right.
out there, present yourself to the DJs,
Yeah.
and you know, really rub shoulders with them. You know what I mean? Because you know they ain't gonna just pull up in your DM and just be like, "Oh, you got some music for me" or anything like that. You know what I mean?
But
They
that's
spinning
cool.
industry records. You know what I mean? That people want to hear. You know what I mean? And obviously, like to be an artist, you want to keep up with what's going on, what's playing on the radio.
If I was a DJ, I'd really sit there and tell you, show me what the fuck I should be spending.
Yeah, literally.
Because like
Well,
me as
yeah.
a camera guy, bro, like there's been a lot of like music video, little stupid shit that I hit. Like, bro, I shoot bars on 995 every week since the beginning.
Right.
And there's been a lot of episodes that I'm sitting there going, yo, if this wasn't for bars on 995, I'm not editing this. You feel me?
Right.
Like, trash shit. But if you run into me in the street, bro, and you see me with the jacket on, the hoodie on, and you want to say to me like, yo, I want to rap, bro, and yo, I'm trying to get on the show, y'all niggas ain't paying attention. Make me want to drag you into that studio. Tell me something that's going to make me go, no, bro, come with me now.
Yeah,
You feel me? Like, because that shit could get shot right the fuck now, 2 blocks away from
But
here.
with that being said, right, how important is a video right
Video is
now?
very
Is it the same
important.
as it
People,
used to be?
people want to see visuals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They want to see how you living. They want to see what you borrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and you gotta just put out that content. You know what I mean? Just to let them know what you is about. Like basically, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
You gotta show them face.
show face. They want to know who Quise DaGod is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does he look like the Grinch? Does he look like Shrek? You know what I mean?
Or you know how you perform your shit.
Yeah, literally.
Because you can hear a song and be like, yo, I wonder what he says on the video, like
Yeah.
Kendrick. You mentioned Kendrick earlier.
Yeah.
I still want to see the We Cry Together.
Yeah.
I still want to see that in
Ooh.
video form.
Okay.
Because I want to know what he's going to do when he grabs the keys. I want to know what he's going
Right.
to like. So when you hear the song first,
What's the
do
nigga
you,
on the way
do you
like,
have a video? Right.
Yeah, I guess it would be like reading the book before watching the movie, or watching the movie before reading the book.
There you go, there you go.
You feel me?
Mm.
So that's real right. And that leads into what I'm saying.
That's a good analogy.
So
right
do
there.
you write the book first or do you make the movie first?
Or do you write the
So
book
when you
for the
go
movie?
in, that's fire too.
I know some people. I know some people. Yo, chill, son. Well, some real shit. I know some artists. They write their song for the video.
Right.
So what you think is a good way?
No, I don't
to
never
attack
even
it?
be thinking about no video as far as I just, you know, I'm more of like a emotional person. Like I get attached to a beat,
Okay.
you know, through my downs and my ups. You know what I'm saying? And I like to create content where it's like energized, or you know, pain music where I can still hit you with that pain energy. You know what I'm saying? I'll just keep it in that same lane.
Sure.
And you know, like, what's the question? Yes, you asked,
No, I'm saying like some people. I know some people write the
Oh yeah,
song
so
for the
while I'm doing
video.
the song and shit,
Yeah.
I'm just playing the beat.
Yeah.
I'm already just creating, you know, either a hook, you know, in my head, or either I'm painting out a 16 how it started.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes it either or happens first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this is as I'm driving. You know what I'm saying? Or as I'm in the studio pulling up with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's crazy. By the time we get to the studio,
Yeah.
I already done put certain pieces to the puzzle where it ain't even have to be written.
You
This
drive.
is already written in my head, you know what I'm saying, as I was driving, you feel me? So I basically wrote the book before, whatever the thing.
Yeah. You got it. It really don't matter your process.
Yeah,
as
any
long as
process
you
that
come,
works.
Yeah,
yes.
as long as you
You
come
know what
up
I mean?
with, yeah.
Because I've been in the studio and a lot of people work different. Lex Pop work different, David Michaels work different, and you know it's like even photographers and videographers. Like when it comes down to editing, you know, work different. You know what I mean?
Right.
Producers, beat makers get together, they work different. You know what I mean? But it's dope when everybody can get together and they, you know, make it happen. You know what I mean? Like it's. I don't even know how many Sonys there right now. You know what I mean?
It's Sony's in
But they all finna work
We
together.
switched over to Sony gang. We moved up there in season 2.
Shout out to my boy Cannon though.
Yeah, Cannon usually out here.
Cannon using all the Cannon in the building.
You know what I'm saying? At
We
one point,
three
you
Sony
kind of
feet.
get all cameras on the same
Right.
way. You know what I'm saying? Like you start moving in a certain way.
Literally.
Now, you mentioned how everybody has a certain way of doing their thing, right?
Yeah.
As for you, has there ever been a time that you stepped in the studio, maybe do a feature with somebody, or just been in the studio with them and noticed like my style ain't it for this track, or maybe I gotta switch up what I'm doing? Like they really challenged you on what you was really doing.
Well, I mean, y'all want to hear some real shit, yo?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Y'all really gonna get in the
That's what we want to
Of
hear.
course.
Alright. So, I'm gonna just sum this up real quick.
Right.
I met a dude named Buddha Bills in jail, right? Me and him were very cool, you know what I mean? We did a little battle rap, little gel shit, you feel me? I won, and we never really spoke about that after that. When I got locked back up, I seen him again, you feel me? When we came back home from jail, we both ended up getting money together. You know what I mean? But he was an artist and he was in tune with DJ Big Mike. You know what I'm saying? So basically, you know, we were in the studio and he telling me like, yo, Jake Wapple's coming down. I gotta, you know, feature with Jake Wapple. You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all know who Jake Wapple is. He's a music artist from New York City. So, you know, I'm going over there, you know, to support my nigga. And, you know, I call up Kilo Kelly like, yo, Jake Wapple about to come down here and boom. So we meet at Just Right Studios. Jake Wapple didn't show. He had the files, all of Jake Wapple music though, you feel me? And he's like, yo, listen, I paid $1,500, 3 bands for this. On my part, like, so he was filling in the verses, you know what I mean? And it became to the point in time, like, where, like, he got competitive in the booth with me, like, we're like, yo, Keys, you don't got nothing to say to this, like, and I was just sitting back, like, you know what I'm saying? And he had his own entourage of people in there, and, you know, when he smacked this money on the table, $200, I'm in the studio and shit like that, and he like, yo, well, you can't match my 200, and I ain't had 200 on me. So my nigga Kel's like, what? Nigga, that's 200 for Keys right there. What's up? What you want to do? So then the nigga Buddha Bell was like, all right, Keys, so get in there. So I got in the booth, I finished the shit in like 10 minutes, you feel me? You know what I mean? He was in the booth for about 30 minutes or so, couldn't get it done. You know what I mean? And, you know, it was just crazy how everything transpired because then his crowd of people was like, yo, nah, Keys won that, you feel me? And me winning that, it came with the song.
Run that too.
It came with the 200, right? It came with the song and the money, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we had a little competition at the end and shit like that, and it was able to be understood the next day. You know what I'm saying?
I respect that.
You know, and you know, and even though I won that and I got that, you feel me? Like, I haven't dropped that song to this day because Buddha Bills actually passed away 2 months after that. You know what I'm saying? So rest in peace to him. And I, you know, I'm like telling DJ Big Mike, like, yo, you know, me and him going back and forth. I'm like, yo, bro, I got the song with Jake Wapple. You know what I mean? I got Jake Wapple managing team, like, and I hit the nigga, you feel me? How I go about this, like, you know what I mean? What do I do? This is me asking DJ Big Mike this shit, you feel me? As a CT artist, you know what I mean? Because niggas ain't doing shit like that, you know? DJ Big Mike dealing with industry rappers and shit like that, you know what I'm saying?
Mike
so,
humble as hell.
Yeah, humble as hell, you know what I'm saying? Very great dude, you know what I mean? Yeah, shout out to DJ White Flash too.
White Flash.
Literally, so, you know, and I just want to let y'all know, like, all the DJs that we just said, like, you know, yo, we just named mad fucking DJs right now. I'll just let y'all know right now. So, you know, I just hope that, you know, that all the DJs notice, like, that we do know y'all. We know y'all.
Oh yeah, salute.
Nah, speaking of it now, you mentioned earlier that me personally, I got a personal relationship with him, man. Big rest in peace. Big shout outs to DJ Jewels.
Oh man, big shout out to DJ Jewels. Jewels did some crazy shit. Parties that we got kicked out of shit. I'm telling you, like Club 91, that shit's not even a club no more. That's my guy though. When he was like 17, that's my guy.
Club 91, what was that? New Haven?
Nah, that shit was up in Windsor by the airport.
Oh no, I'm thinking about Club 302.
Yeah, oh 302. Damn! Hold up, I'm getting up for that one. Hold up. 302, damn, nigga, I was like 14. Real shit. Yeah, real too with some other shit. That was the young boys. Yo, but Jewels was that guy, yo. For real, some real shit, yo. Rest in peace to my guy, you know what I'm saying? He was like clutch when we ain't had nobody else. This nigga always popped up. He always had his shit together. He was ready to go anytime.
Yeah, man. Because like when I remember meeting him, I remember him walking in. I didn't know he was a DJ. I met a lot of rappers. Big salutes to Bragging Rights. Bragging Rights. I smoked Bragging Rights for like 3 days. Straight at the studio, bro. I didn't know he was a rapper. I thought he was just there chilling, bro. And then one day, like, this pops out and this is like, yo, your verse is up. I was like, nigga, you rap? He's like, yeah, nigga, I'm Bragging Rights. I'm like, nah, I heard your shit before. Like, we became cool from there. Yeah, nah, always. And we became cool from there. So, like, a lot of people, I like to meet you as you. And, like, you know what I'm saying? Your heart is your art, bro. But, like, who is you? So, like, Jewels was one of those people that I met on some regular shit. Every time I seen Jewels at the studio, bro, he pull up at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. Everybody, bro.
He was outside.
Not always, always. And Big Yow, the Bugatti, wave only, bro. Because Bugatti's at the studio every night with us. And Gotti was sitting there, and I remember Jawels would walk in, bro. What you got? What you got? What y'all got? And he wants to hear everything, bro. All new songs that just got recorded. Everything that we don't know about. Who we don't know about. Hey, yo, nah, because I got this show with this person on this. And he never gave a fuck who he was putting on to there. Because at the end of the day, look, appreciate you, baby. Of course.
Bro.
So like he
check my man out too. Check my man out.
Nah, big salutes to you, bro. Yo, shout out to your IG and all that real quick before you break up.
David Michael 5721 on IG. David Michael 5721.
That's right.
Go crazy out on all platforms too.
Yeah.
Check him out.
So like.
Alright, well, you know, God, make sure you talk about this too.
Appreciate it.
Alright, that's up.
One more time, your IGs and everything, real quick, God.
Boom _ dat DAT _ nigga 1X.
Nigga.
Literally.
So we got one more question before we wrap up. You got this here or what you want to do?
Nah, I got one. Nah, I'm still finishing that line.
Okay, go ahead.
So when it came down to it, again, you mentioned a lot of DJs from CT. What part of a road, like maybe your career, certain songs, a single, something like that, did you feel like DJ Jawels played? Because again, I really seen him always going studio to studio and trying to figure out what's the next track, what's the next this, what's the next.
Yeah, like I'm gonna keep it a stack. Like DJ Jawels, like he'd seen what I post. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I never specifically sent him nothing specifically for him to spend or nothing like that. You know, and then when Moneybagg Yo was coming out here, he was like, yo, Keys, he texted me like, yo, Keys, Moneybagg Yo coming out here. Do you want to open up? You feel me? And me and him going back and forth, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's dope to, you know, how the DJs go back and forth and, you know, you know the details. Especially when I love when the rappers come out here, like the industry rappers, and then there's a DJ that's DJing the event. And he's like, yo, listen, let me get some artists in here, you feel me? And you know, it's just dope to just have that content and just know that, all right, listen, we gonna put y'all in front of this whole fan base right there, so your numbers go up and we could, you know, shed that light on you because you a star.
And it was whether you was there, nah. That's what made it even fire because I've been to, there's a hookah Kings.
Hookah Kings.
Shout out to Hookah Kings.
Yeah, big shout out to
Hookah too, man.
Yeah, big shout out to all the hookah girls in there. So I went in there and Tiaga too. Tiaga, that's my homegirl. So went in there.
You got to.
So went in there and I remember I was playing one of Bugatti's tracks. He ain't seen me yet.
Yeah, shout out to Bugatti.
Nah, big shout out to Gotti.
Yeah, big shout out to Wave on it.
Gazi wasn't even
right.
He's just playing one of his tracks. He played a Smitty Bot track. Like he was just going.
Because he fucked with the music.
I fucked with Smitty too. Smitty
Bot. God, he just performed for a weeks ago.
Mango, what up? Yeah, hell
yes. Shout out to Ty Henny and all everybody over there, man. I think, yo, I love, like, no cap, like Chris Webby, dope as hell. You know, I went to like 3-4 of his video shoots. You know what I mean? You know, I've been.
Salute to Maserati Ray too.
Yeah, hold on. That's what I say. Ray and Brooks. You feel me? Ray, we love Maserati Ray. That is the God, the film God. And you know, like me and him, like, you know, we go back and forth on the phone. You know, his inspiration, dedication, and you know, I love him a lot because he brought me to that Dave East video shoot, and he just, you know, we ain't really talking. He was like, yo, please show. When people get around stars, you know, people, you know, mingle and they meet people and they take off and they forget about my bong, and you know, just really gotta know your role and just be humble and just let all the pieces fall in line by yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, and you know, I take those keys and those jewels. You know what I mean? I'm learning as I'm going. You feel me? And the crazy shit about it is, like, everybody asks me, yo, who's managing you? Yo, are you signed? Nigga, who the fuck is paying for all this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, for real shit. But you know, it's crazy though, but I got JB the Creator who's shooting my videos, who believe in me, and bro been blessing me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna imitate it, and I gotta put it all out there on the table because, you know, I do get a lot of love, you know what I mean? And it's because people see me doing music when I was a kid, and it's, you know, growing up and stuff like that. And you know, it's a blessing just to be able to just spread that energy out there. You know what I mean? It's just, it gotta be like that, man. It's part of hip hop.
So before we sign off, right? Anything you want to blast, anything you want to plug, I want you to go in right now.
Yeah, so
get at your boy.
We got Fatboy SC coming through, downtown Bridgeport.
Bars on I-95 alumni.
Shout out Brooklyn.
Nah. We got Fatboy SE coming through. He coming through Bridgeport. You know what I'm saying?
What's the date?
Plug and play. You know what I mean? What's the date on that, twin?
August 4th.
August 4th.
Okay.
Make sure y'all tap in. We already got 15 artists that's gonna be in the building. You know what I mean? So if you want to tap in and you want your music to get played and you want to get some feedback or however the case may be, how they orchestrating that, make sure y'all gotta be there, man. You know what I mean? Follow me at Swag Class Keys, SWAGGCLASSQUISE or QUISEDAGOD with the number 7. That's on Instagram. We got an important show coming up August 28th. Wahana 3.7, Fuego Bass, Donzio P,
Kaylee Rose, baby.
Yeah, I'm trying to say it right. Every time.
What's up, man?
You know what I mean?
Kaylee, I love you.
You know, it's gonna be a lot of artists in the building that day. Multifamily James. Shout out to Jenny Boom Boom and
Shout out
everybody
to
else.
Jenny.
Literally, so
My Capricorn twin.
I want to give a shout out to you know, rapper She's a Model, rapper Fuego Bass, rapper Zanero, rapper YB Menace, rapper Who Don't Know City, rapper Trips, rapper Third Lady Luciano, rapper Sobey, rapper Slurp, rapper Skrilla, Shay Nasty, Scooter, Sax Fifth, RJ Fresh, Rick Medina, Wild Raz, Quay Stacks, Nino from the Block, FTM Nefty, Muna Escobar, Let's Bubble Up, Craze White, Killer Cab, Joe Grits, J-So Gas, Hot Waters, HBC Jew, GG Bands, Frankie with the List, FMB, E3. Man, I got a whole bunch of fucking rappers in my shit, twin. Like, that's just straight rappers, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I told you more names dropped in this interview than any fucking interview we ever had, bro. And that shit was all authentic.
Personally, I pray
I love that shit, all organic.
Yes.
I pray that everybody you just mentioned and everybody on that list and then some niggas, bro, because it's another.
That's right. That's right.
It is real love right here.
Nah,
Bro,
bro, I can see it, bro. I can see it, bro. I've seen
That's
it.
why I believe it.
I've seen it.
Everything gonna work out for you. That's
it.
you're authentic. You know what I'm saying? You're organic.
I'm huge on. I never read the book. And I gotta read it. But I'm huge on body language. Huge on body language, bro. Somebody can tell me yeah, and I just feel your body saying no. I'm not going with it.
I'm gonna look up that book. You know what I mean?
His body
Every time you
language.
give somebody dap, if they're not giving it to you. Somebody dap you up, look away real quick, that's fake.
All that.
But you don't need the fake shot.
Right, and I peeped on his aura alone at that episode. When we did the bars on 995 show, a lot of rappers was moving on some I'm on my own.
Yeah,
Trying to get low, this, that, and the third. He's showing love to everybody. This, that, and the third. Again, like, salute to Sawyer, bro. Sawyer's very, he's very, like, when it comes to different rappers, he's not fucking with them. You feel me? Because he can rap his ass
Yeah,
off.
he's a battle rapper. His DNA is battle rapper.
Nah, he can rap, he can rap his ass off. He made beats and all that. So it's like, we walk out of there and I rolled back to New Haven with Sawyer. Me and him was talking shit and he's like, and I told him straight up, and I'm keeping it stacked, bro. There wasn't a lot of freestyles that night that moved me, bro.
Right.
There wasn't a lot. There was his, there was Scoop the Don, and Sawyer. Those were the only
Shout out to Scoop the Don.
Big
Scoop. Because it's different. You
Yeah. Those were the ones that I thought, oh, you rap. Boy.
I was over him that night.
Yeah.
I was doing something else like, and I'm like, you know what? It was like two events back to back. He hit me with a bum on. I'm like, damn, I got this going on, I got this. But that's cool because we always got shit going on.
That's how it should be. That's how it should be.
But that's cool though. Like the universe work.
Because I remember like Sawyer straight telling me like, nah. I spoke to him, man. Son was mad. Of course, I said, we scared the shit out of you because that. He goes, nah, I know, me too. Like he called me on guard, but like,
you gotta be paying attention
because that shit caught you, bro.
Drop you right back
if you
in.
do that, it's like, yo, it's like hitting the wild step back, right? And you miss the shot.
So yo, let me get that shit one more time before we sign off.
Hold on, listen. Before we type it up,
Go ahead.
I want to give a shout out to Ben Sounds,
Yes.
music producer, and I want to give a big shout out to Homie Mommy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? My boy Reggie Reg too as well, because you know, my Homie Mommy from the 86 Soul, I was able to do like 30 shows with her in New York City, like literally. And you know, her manager at that time was Dougie Fresh's niece. And you know, I was able to go to the Dougie Fresh house and you know, meet his brother and the cousins and anybody else like that. We actually went to the studio. And you know, it was a lot of dope shows that I did with Homie Mommy. So, you know, I just want to give a big shout out to her.
There it is.
Final question. This is my final question with the sign of after this. This is right. I said the same thing.
Literally.
I said the same thing, right? So, you fuck with superhero movies?
I guess you can say that. Yeah, I do.
So right now, right, you get it cool. I like to speak shit into fruition.
Right.
I like to really you know what I'm saying? Like the 5 artists, like that shit on your album, little shit like that. I like to speak that into fruition. You feel me? So like, if it came down when you got the call from the company, they said, yo, please, yeah, guys, we want you to pick what movie you do, but you gotta be a superhero.
Right.
What's your superpower and who's your arch enemy? And the arch enemy could be an actor or a rapper. You gotta pick, you know what I mean?
Alright, cool.
I'm starting to get real.
Honestly, personally, I'll probably be Spider-Man.
Okay.
I know I'm fat as hell. I ain't gonna fit in no
Nah,
Spider-Man.
right there.
Literally. But and then
So who's gonna play Green Goblin then?
yeah. Who's gonna play Green Goblin?
Yeah, who's gonna be the actor or the rapper that you pick that's gonna be your arch enemy?
Does it have to be an actor rapper?
It could be an actor rapper.
Whoever you want to be.
Or I can pick another superhero.
You can pick another superhero.
It have to be Mr. Incredible.
It's incredible.
Off the Incredibles.
Word. Mr. Incredible, man.
Literally.
His arch nemesis is Mr. Incredible.
Literally. It's weird fat
Mr. Incredible white.
Nah, it works. It works.
White
It works.
White you think it's hell.
Nah, it works, bro. Nah, it's white. Nah, we not doing this, bro. That's
Yo,
a whole other episode.
that's a whole other episode, you know what I'm saying?
episode.
But yeah, if I was a cartoon, but anyway. You know what I'm saying? Yo, it was a pleasure to meet you, bro.
Thank you, man.
How you do, yo?
CT's so cold.
You're officially a part of the Savage section now.
Yes, sir.
We shooting an episode. If you know we shooting an episode, whether it's live, tape, whatever, this go for all y'all, everybody that was in here earlier.
Yes.
Y'all allowed to pull up whenever,
Please
bro.
pull up.
Absolutely.
Please pull up.
Y'all here, bro.
Got a
Y'all
whole team
good.
now.
Y'all one Nas now, bro. Y'all can pull up. We need just solo episode soon. We need George, my guy. We need everybody to episode on down, bro. But like, this right here was dope, bro. I'm glad that you brought the gang out with you. I'm glad that you did it this way.
Yes.
And that just shows that the person that I seen, when I seen you on that episode, is exactly who it was today. And that's what
Yeah.
I said I'm going outside, man. It's your boy Verbal Cat. ERI95, Mr. Home Team. We outside, man.
You know what I'm saying? Click.
Our media supports everything that is being said by the Savage section. You know how they be like, yo, we don't double that message. You know what I'm saying? When they be like, we don't sponsor that message. We sponsor all those messages, bro.